hate puppies. It's a good podcast.
I feel threatened.
Oh, nice. I like that, Troy. Look at you. Musician.
Welcome to Music Moment.
Funny you were talking about these like a week or two ago, and there's a one-third eaten.
You think those wouldn't show up? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, only podcast solved to dedicating first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what kind of beer to be drinking this weekend or what beer to avoid. I think last week was in between, still undecided. We did run the numbers, though. It came out to a 3.5. So we
initially said no, and that we were going to ask for Lee's input.
So
but then I ran the numbers and it was 3.5. So we're literally teeter-tottering on the fence right now.
There. Yeah. So we got Lee here. It's not as cold as I'd like it to be. Well, how's that beer you took out of the cooler?
It's pretty good.
Cold enough?
Cold enough.
Okay. Then, Lee, you're doing a double.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yes, absolutely.
Do you want him to get it now, or should he wait? Like
every minute it sits outside, it gets
a little bit colder.
Yeah. I'll give it another couple minutes.
I'm very interested to see where this nets out, though, because I agree with you. It was a polarizing beer, to say the least. And I tell you this much. After the last episode, I felt horrible the next day.
Well, we started drinking before the episode, which is rare.
And I think that's probably it. Like, the beer in front of me right now is my first beer.
Yeah.
That is a much better way to go about doing this show.
Yeah, we came in a little lubed up last time.
It'll slow you down dramatically.
Yeah, for sure.
Do that. And you don't think about it because you're like, I feel fine when we start.
Yeah.
But then you have one beer and you're like, man, I am so lubed up.
I feel great, man. How about you?
Yeah, it was a little much. Lesson learned. Well, lesson learned, not heated. I will do it again.
Yeah, I was going to say, have we learned anything?
I've learned literally nothing.
I still can't believe how old I am in the age I act sometimes. It's just like, I'm a dad and an adult and have a career.
So they always say age is just a number, man. It's how you feel and how you act more than anything else.
But I don't feel young. I just act that way.
That's the truth. I don't feel young at all.
My oldest son's been falling asleep after school, taking naps like before he goes back out to practice and stuff, which I think means he's like going through a growth spurt. He's 12. And I mentioned it tonight. He fell asleep before his baseball practice. I said, oh, man, you must be growing. He's like, or I've hit dad level because I fall asleep all the time. I was like, yeah, I don't think you're there yet.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got something he hadn't told you.
Been taking a lot of naps lately on account of, that chicken pregnant.
Yeah. Stressing out.
I've been sleeping much at night, getting up with the baby.
Been up with the baby all night.
Oh, that would be brutal. Troy, you'd have another one in diapers.
No, it just the 10-year anniversary of my great snip was just the other day, so I will not have another kid in diapers.
The Great Snip.
Yes.
That's the official.
That's what I call it. Best decision ever made.
I've never had anybody share that news with me before in that manner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was super happy about that.
Yeah, I know people who have had the vasectomy and all, but like you sent it like a screenshot to us, like, fuck yeah, boys, let's
10
celebrate.
years, let's go.
Honestly, man, people who do that, it's like they're like CrossFitters or vegans. They love to let you know, like I've had the snip. And
it becomes like a personality trait.
Oh, like the guys that haven't had it don't like to let you know.
Well, we don't like us. Us fully intact guys don't like hearing about it, And I think that guys who've had it.
Yeah, but the fully intact guys are like, never. I'm a man, and there's no way you ever cut me because I'm a man. Is that what it sounds? Is that what it sounds like?
I mean, when I say it, it's more eloquent, but that is the argument.
I thought that was Brendan talking just now.
Yeah, actually. Exactly.
It's pretty accurate, right? Pretty accurate. Yeah, I've found that though, that guys who have it. I was in like a wine tasting place the other day. It's not a winery, but it's more like a bar. But it's one of those places you put your card up, and then like you can pour a little bit. You pay by the ounce kind of thing.
The one here in town.
Yeah.
What place is that?
It's just down the road.
I don't think I've ever been there.
Here. It's nice. They have them.
Oh, there's one down in Midlothian.
Yeah. They have them all over, but not necessarily just wine. But this particular place is a wine shop, and they're
all a ripoff.
Yeah, it's not the best deal.
I feel like it's more per ounce than average, and it's like the self-serve line at the grocery store. It's like, what am I paying for again?
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing all the work here.
But I love the concept of
It's a great concept.
being in a wine place and be like, oh, I'm going to try 1 ounce pour of this, 1 ounce pour of this, and I'll go down and have 20 ounces of
you
wine.
know who should do that? Every jerk-off microbrew in town that decides to have 2 or 3 fucking bartenders, like, automate all that shit so there's not 50 people in line every time I go to one of these breweries.
That would be sweet, but Stu'd be out of a job.
Again,
Do
plus.
He'd be here.
Yeah.
So I was at one of these though, and then we went up and we did a tasting afterwards, and this guy's bitching that he's like icing his nuts. He's like the guy who's supposed to be serving the wine, and he's like, "Oh man, I'm in so much pain." And every guy that was up there just started talking about how great it was that they got snipped, and I was the weirdo.
Yeah, you are.
And I'm like, why are you guys all talking about this? And of course, my wife was like, yeah, get it done. See, get it done. I'm like, don't start commiserating with these half men. Like this.
Oh, is that what you call us?
On the podcast?
Yeah, and when we have our meetings, we call y'all whole men or real men.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, that's what we call you guys.
No, you called us scared. We call you scarred. You call us scared. It's spelled the same.
I'm just like,
Is it? Is it spelled the same?
who wants
No?
more
I don't
kids?
know. What's the difference? Is there
2 R's?
2 R's
2 R's?
for scarred.
That makes sense. You're the double R.
That does check out.
Yes. But yeah,
I'm
I've noticed
double
that.
R'd.
Like they wouldn't stop talking about it, and I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, my wife doesn't need any more like provocation on this particular topic. You know.
Did you stand your ground?
Of course, I stood my ground. I
Yeah.
didn't win.
Yeah, outnumbered.
There was no W there.
Yeah, but they didn't have the ammo to fire at you.
Oh.
Boom. Nice. Nice. Speaking of, there was a topic that got sent in that I refused to talk about, but here we are.
Yeah.
Because we're literally talking about loads. But there was a young lady in a bukkake video,
Yes.
which I don't know if people know what bukkake is.
I don't-
I think you have to educate the listeners here.
I would
Do you?
rather not.
Maybe Google can educate? I don't know. We need to go down that road.
Go find a public library and Google that.
Yeah. The definition of bukkake, I saw it. It was something hilarious. It was it's like pouring something on somebody like not good, not well.
Oh.
Like it's a bad.
Checks out.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's kind of funny. Like the Japanese word meant something like that.
Well, you don't want to get it twisted. You don't want to be like, are you into this? And
Yeah.
then they're like, oh, yeah. And then they're like, oh, that was
It was
totally
like an
different.
unwanted splashing or something
Oh,
like
nice.
that. And I was like,
Like it came from like you're in a pool.
yeah. 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 Like when you're sitting on the side of the pool
Yeah.
and like you're trying to
You
stay
get
warm.
cannonball.
Yeah, and you're like, damn it, man.
I got bukkake.
You got bukkake.
At the public pool again.
Lee, you looking that up? Is that what you?
I'm trying to, but I'm not getting the
Why?
same
Yeah, 'cause
definition.
That Google search is not going to give you a definition.
Yeah, I got something along the lines of with Japanese word which roughly translates to splash with liquid and refers to a popular cold noodle dish.
Oh, that's twisted.
How'd it get cold?
Yeah.
You gotta let it sit there for a while, or is that the after effects? Like, oh,
Yeah.
bukkake. Now it's just a cold.
You
noodle.
make it on one day and then you serve it the next.
Jesus.
gross. But yeah, there was a young lady in a Japanese bukkake video died. She literally got she was suffocated
Death by
to death.
bukkake.
Yeah,
That's
I couldn't-
unfortunate.
I couldn't believe it.
In what manner was she suffocated?
There was like
Like-
15 dudes, and they were all firing,
Splashing her.
splashing her unwantedly.
Sure.
But she wanted it, I guess.
This was sent in by a listener.
Yes.
Okay. Let's just bring that up.
Yes, that's something I looked
These are the
up.
kind of
These aren't
listeners we
things.
get.
These are listeners, but these aren't things we.
Unfortunately, this is always the kind of stuff listeners send in.
Yeah.
But we were just talking about loads. so-
Yeah.
But so
Felt
yeah,
fitting.
she literally suffocated. Like there was so much bukkake in her throat that she ended up suffocating. And
That's unfortunate.
they said like of the 15 guys, like 14 of them were all like, "What the hell?" And the director starts yelling. She fell down and like went out, and the director started hanging over her going, "You ruined the shot! You
Oh,
ruined
no.
the shot!" And not realizing she was dead.
Somebody revive her?
One of the guys had medical training and actually gave mouth to mouth,
That's a hero.
which you got to keep the camera rolling.
Oh,
Because now it went from bukkake to snuff to something that I don't even know.
that's
Yeah,
a check a lot of
The
boxes.
trifecta.
That's a check a lot of boxes movie right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what is it? Eskimo Brothers in like extreme form.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what you would even call that.
I don't know.
that's a title they're gonna have.
But
to
yeah, the guy
come up
went
with a
in
name
and
for.
he like said he first scooped and then he went to mouth.
We've
I didn't want to
devolved.
talk about this.
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about it, but then the topic came up.
We still didn't have to talk about it. Yeah,
It organically came up.
oh, I see what
No,
you
it went
organically.
down. Came down.
What we were talking
it
about
happened.
did not have to lead to this.
It did.
Oh my god.
Boy, that escalated
Is
quickly.
it time for a beer? Are we?
No, I'm
I
sorry.
apologize to our female listeners.
Well, it was nice having you while we had you.
Yeah.
Well, take it as a lesson. Don't 15's too many.
We know the limit now.
I need
Yeah,
the more you know. Use it.
Yeah, exactly.
We're educational folks.
Yeah, well, that's a first world problem.
Yeah, it is.
14's the number. 15, you're risking death. Solved.
I remember learning that in family education.
Yeah, you're on the test. Yeah. What's the max? 14, boss. That's
Hey,
right.
12.
Your gym teacher just
B.
standing up there being like, it is in fact 14. Yes, we scientifically proven that this is the limit. It's been tested.
I have proof. Come here, watch this.
Oh no,
Jesus.
Yeah,
that would be bad.
but the guy who did mouth to mouth, like that dude's at least he tried.
The old college try.
He tried.
You think he's getting paid enough on that set to do that?
I got to think that if you're one of the 15, you're really not getting paid much.
Yeah. It's like, there's one sum for the male in that scenario, and now it's just being split 15 ways instead of one way.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not getting paid much. I think there's something going on in your head that doesn't work right, and you're like, ooh, hell yeah, I want to get in that line.
Like when you're the stand-up comedian who gets paid X amount of dollars, and all you have to do is pay yourself and then the staff, or you're in the 12-piece band and you're like got to cut it 12 ways.
Yeah, $500.
Yeah.
12-piece band. Shit. It's not quite the payday I was looking for. Well, there we go.
There we go.
Now you can cross that one
Listeners,
off.
It
Like,
literally
topics.
was never even written down. It's not on the list.
surely we won't get
Because
to
I
this.
thought
Yeah.
this will never come up. I even told the guy, I said, I can't talk about this. And
You
then
stuck to your guns.
Yeah.
4 minutes in.
it was 7 minutes.
So thanks
And
for
it's-
sending that in, Stu. We really appreciate that.
Yes. All right, so speaking of Skeet. This actually is something I wanted to talk about. I did something this weekend that I've never done before. Take a guess.
Were you in Japan?
No.
Okay.
There
Check
were
that one
Asians
off.
there.
Okay.
This is going to get weird. No.
Ejaculate without crying.
Still haven't done it. Still haven't done it.
In your car
Oh, righty then.
while driving.
Oh, that was another topic I wasn't going to go to. It's a whole other thing. No, this weekend I did something that I didn't even know was a thing, and it was a blast. And I'm sure you guys have probably done this because y'all have shot guns
Yeah.
before, and I'm familiar with skeet shooting, but I didn't know that they had actual places where you could go to, and it's almost set up like
a golf course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never done this, but I've done it in the country, but I've never been to one of those facilities, but I've heard it's pretty awesome.
Man, it was badass. So I had taken my kids up to see my folks, and they were going to go to see like Disney on Ice. And I was like, I really don't want to go to Disney on Ice. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen it before. I get it. Olaf can skate. Fantastic.
Plus those things, man, we try to do all these like artsy, cool, fun things with our kids. They want some serious money for that stuff. Like,
Yeah, I gotta imagine that stuff's
I mean-
not cheap. Not only just ticket price, but like
yeah,
the cost of a beer in
Yeah,
the
like,
facility.
you
My
could-
dad
or
said he
popcorn.
paid $26 for a beer, and they were charging $15 for cotton candy, and both my kids got a cotton candy.
and what were
I was
tickets?
like, the markup on that, it's
Probably-
literally just
Probably
spun
like
sugar.
$75 tickets or something. It's like
Yeah, who knows what they spent
you're
on
out.
that part.
You're out like $5, $100 for a family of 4 just to go sit an hour and a half somewhere.
That's crazy to me. I can't fathom
It's-
having kids to get to that point to have to do that.
Well, there's so much. There's just so many other
Get the
things
snip.
you can-
Get the snip. Full
There's
circle.
so
I'm
ma-
leaning to Troy's side right now, honestly.
There's so many other things you can do for that money as a family. You know, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
So you got out of going to Disney on
I
Ice.
got out of going because my cousin was like, "Hey, you want to go skeet shooting?" And I was like, "Oh, I really want to do that. Like, I'm gonna have to skip out on the Disney." So my dad and my mom took the kids, which was perfect.
Yeah.
So he and I go out, and I don't really know what to expect. He's like, "Yeah, don't worry, I got a shotgun." He's like,
Do they supply the gun? I was gonna say, do they supply the guns?
You can rent a gun for next to nothing.
Yeah, that's
like I
awesome.
was blown away at how inexpensive the whole process was. But it was like it's like a few bucks just to like get on the course, and then you got to buy ammo. But if
Yeah.
you brought ammo, but they have like dirt cheap ammo because they go through so much ammo.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's the exact opposite
They're getting
of
wholesale
Disney on Ice.
prices.
Yeah.
Like you're getting it cheaper than you can get it anywhere else because
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, we have just pallets of this shit. So
They
we
might be refilling shotgun
Yeah.
shells out there even.
Yeah, we bought like 8 boxes of shotgun shells for I think like $60.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing. And then we go out, and I'm like, all right, so what do we do here? And he's like, we'll just go to the first station. And sure enough, we just post up, and then it's got a little screen, and it's like A is going to shoot this way, B is going to shoot this way, C this way. And then you got a little pad, and you say, okay, I want to shoot.
It's all digital.
It's kind of digital. I mean, it's analog, but it's kind of digital.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to explain. It's got a little screen, but it's not like
Low tech.
pretty low tech
Yeah,
digital.
but it's not some guy sitting out there on a bucket pulling the cord.
No. You've got a remote.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of digital.
So you got to do it with somebody then.
So there are a couple stations where people can really like train, and they can sit there, and it goes on like a 5-second delay. So
Yeah.
you'd be like,
So you hit the button, set the
I want to
timer
do
down.
simultaneous A and B. You set it, and then boom, it does a 5
Did they have
second.
like beginner, intermediate,
So
advanced levels?
It's kind of like golf, right? Like you can
Yeah.
shoot from back here, up here, or up here, but
You
instead
can
of where
shoot
you
1 skeet, 2 skeets, 3 skeets.
and it tells you like
Oh,
this
motherfucker.
this trajectory is going to be easier.
Yeah.
This one's intermediate, and this one's going to be hard. Like, get after it because that's a rabbit.
Yeah.
That thing is moving. Man, that was the most fun I've had. Like, golf can go fuck itself.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I am done with golf. I can't wait. I want to go like somewhere and just do
Do a
skeet
skeet trip?
Yeah.
I'd
Like,
do that before a golf trip for sure.
It was like I'm buying a shotgun now.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like I'm
Nice.
all in. I want an over under with the break now. You know, like,
Yeah.
like I was like asking all kinds of questions of everybody I saw. Like, ooh, what do you got there? You know.
So
Ooh,
you've been doing lots of research this week, I'm sure.
I have.
What's
I
the
have.
so
What's the
what
most
did it
expensive
cost you? What did they cost you?
It cost me the price of ammo, so the $60,
Nice.
because he had the gun, and then he already
So
had a
that's
bunch
cheaper
of
than a round of golf.
yeah, and he had a bunch of clays that like he had a recharge card, and you stick it in this thing, and then it tells you have 200 clays left. It's like sweet.
Oh,
It's like
so
going to Dave and
nice.
Buster's, and you just sit there and just
How many stations were there?
12 stations that we hit.
Nice.
I don't know if there were others out there, but we hit 12 stations, so it was like playing 12 holes of golf, and it takes a little
Take a
while
few
at
hours?
each one. We were out there for just over 2 hours.
Nice.
Just shooting, but had a blast. I'm
That
not
sounds fun.
awesome. Of
I
course,
figured that.
false sense of accomplishment. First one comes out,
Yeah.
da-gunk, I track it, bow, blow it out of the sky. He's like, "Damn, you're a natural." I was like, "Yeah, I guess I am."
Yep.
That's the
Second
easiest
one-
one in the whole place.
Second one,
Yeah.
da-gunk, goes out, bam, blew it out of the sky. He's like, "Dang, man,
Got a
you're
ringer."
awesome." That was the
The
end.
last
of
one you hit.
I hit 17 out of 50, but we did cheat a little. You know, where it's like, like
cheated?
you're-
Like you barely hit it.
No, like you're only supposed to shoot so many at each station, but since there's no one behind us, he's
So
like,
you would try again.
he's like, let's just use our top 4, but like maybe he'd fire 6 off.
Yeah.
Like, but it was a blast.
Oh, is a scoring system involved?
Yeah, it's like there's literally like a golf sheet, and
Nice.
they're sitting there, and they're like, all right, of these 4 shots, how many did you get? It was a lot of fun.
That
Have you
sounds
ever
fun.
done it, Lee?
I've not done that kind of like golf setup where you go, but I have done skeet shooting at like station to station. It sounds kind of similar, but it wasn't in any way scored or didn't have any kind of technical display.
This was up in Nova.
Yeah, Bull Run,
Nice.
that Bull Run shooting area.
So
I
they
was out
did
there.
they did the ones that came across the ground like rabbits. They did the stuff that came across, stuff that went out.
Rabbit's mad easy in my mind, because when you're shooting at something that's in the sky, and you miss, you don't know if you were behind it, in front of it, over it, under
Yeah.
it.
You can see like a visual response on the ground.
Yeah, on the
and stuff.
ground, you shoot and you see the dirt kick up, and you're like, okay, that dirt kicked up just in front of it or just behind it. So, like, you don't miss more than once on those, at least for me.
Yeah.
Because there's like,
Well, you're a natural.
at the ground ones, pretty good. And also,
You're the Elmer Fudd.
you don't chase it. Like, you're chasing it in the sky. You're moving
Yeah.
the gun along. On the ground, I pick a spot, and I let that bitch come running across and then just time it.
That's not the right way.
No,
Might not be the
You're
right
supposed
way.
to track it the whole way.
because the whole thing is like if you're out flushing, in the woods and something gets flushed, you're looking at it and you have to pick it up and find it. You can't just walk out here and hope it runs in front of
Yeah,
you.
you don't
That's
know
not-
it's going in that direction perpendicular to you,
No, you do, because you see it just goes directly across.
like a rabbit normally runs.
It's either going left to right or right to left. It was very simple.
So, and again, Brendan
Just like a
picks
rabbit.
right in the middle. And says, "I'll get it from one of these directions."
Nah, just destroyed. It was the only one that I missed. It hit a rock and jumped. I was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" Like I had
Like
my
a real rabbit might.
very difficult when they jump.
Hold still. God damn it.
Stupid rabbit.
Running so
Stupid Skeets.
fast. This is bullshit.
But I mean, that was
That
the
sounds
most
fun.
fun.
I
I've
would
had.
like to do that. That'd be a fun gas trip.
It was. I had no idea this even existed, and when he said it, he was like, "All right, we're gonna play it, like golf style." I was like, "Yeah, sure, okay, that makes sense." Like we got there, and I
Yeah,
could
these
see.
two sports go together for sure.
But you know, it honestly felt like
Lot
golf.
less- I hope
Yeah.
there was a lot less drinking.
I didn't see any drinking out there. That was the one thing I was
Yeah.
like, "Well, this isn't gonna be all that fun without."
When's the
drinking.
car girl come around? This place sucks.
Where's the turn?
Yeah. Need a hot dog at the turn.
Hot dog and a beer.
Need
Yeah.
a fireball shot and a hot dog.
It's one of the few sports I've done where I never even missed the beer. Like there's enough
Yeah. Yeah.
adrenaline and high going on from shooting shit out of the sky. Like
Yeah.
you really don't need beer.
Just high on life.
It felt pretty good. And I didn't even realize I was freezing my ass off until I got back in the car and then like the heat hit me and I was like, "Oh man, everything's numb." But like in the moment,
Yeah.
it never even occurred to me I was cold because it's like I'm holding a loaded weapon here, man. I don't
Yeah.
have time to be cold.
There's guys that do that like professionally.
Which I would totally get. Like, I might have to do it.
It's like, what do you do for a living? I'm a professional skeet shooter.
Yeah.
I was on a work call this week, and it was like these people down in Alabama, and I wasn't even trying. I was just talking about. They were like, "Did you do anything this weekend?" And I was like, "Yeah, shooting a little skeet out in like this golf." And then the dude holds up a thing. And he's like, "We're holding our annual skeet tournament like such and such weekend." He's like, "Man, I'd love for you to come down and like get involved." And I was like, I totally just commiserated with these guys and like didn't even mean to.
I'd love you to buy this $1 million worth of ad space. We all have once here.
I had no idea that they even did that. And he was like, "Oh man, that's great."
Down
You
in
need to come
Alabama,
down."
you didn't think that they might do that?
It was one of like 7 meetings I was running
Yeah.
that day. It didn't even occur to me. They asked what I did this weekend. I told them the truth. It worked.
Nice.
Better than, I was binging Ozark.
You ever seen those guys that do those trick shots with skeet? They'll like take
No,
a
how does
shotgun.
this work?
They'll hold a handful. They'll hold 5 or 7 skeet and throw them all up and just shoot from the hip and shoot them all. I mean, they do behind the back stuff.
I gotta do
YouTube that stuff, dude. It's crazy.
So when you shoot skeet, Lee, do you shoot with a 12 gauge or a 20 gauge shotgun?
12.
So we were shooting with the 20, which is very forgiving.
That's cute.
I get that, but I mean, like, is it that much better to shoot
What
with
did
the 12?
what was his wife carrying?
20,
If you had the
22.
if you
22.
Had the, if you had the 20,
22, little ridiculous. No, I actually, there was like no recoil.
Yeah.
So it was like really
That's what I was
easy.
wondering. Like, I don't know how often you've shot to know like how you felt about doing it in the moment, like any soreness then or anything later.
No soreness. But again, 20 gauge, not
Yeah,
a
yeah.
12 gauge.
Yeah.
Every time I shoot a 12 gauge, it's with Ely, and Ely's 12 gauge is missing about 2 feet on the barrel.
nice.
Yeah.
Kicks like a mule.
Yeah, he's basically got like something Arnold Schwarzenegger would have in Terminator.
Yeah.
Like that's what he shoots with. And he's like, "Oh man, if someone comes in the house, man, like man,
Gotta
I'm
have that quick draw, bro.
yeah, he
Yeah.
wants to have."
Can have a
that
long
thing
barrel
around,
up
yeah.
in here.
So that's what I kept shooting, and I'm like, "But these 12 gauges kick like a mule."
Oh yeah.
My cousin's like, "That's not what a 12 gauge kicks like." But in my experience, a 12 gauge is a cannon.
Yeah.
I found that they're not. I mean, a 12 is not that bad. It's more if you have a good posture and good stance.
Yeah,
with it,
that's what it's about.
that absorbs most of it.
I learned that by like hole 6.
Yeah.
The first like 5 holes, I'm like constantly shuffling, trying to get comfortable. Like, how do I do this?
You got to pull that thing back into your shoulder. If it's not pulled back into your shoulder, that's when it kicks even more.
Any kind of space.
Yeah,
there,
any
you
space is like
lock it in.
I knew that much from I've shot enough that I knew that, but
You always see videos of some person, and I feel like you see him every year.
Oh yeah,
And some girl, small guy, whatever,
just holding it out in front of them.
and they got it like a foot between like the stock.
Yeah,
and
bow!
and that thing sends them backwards. And man, I laugh at
Or
those
it
every
just
single
flips
time.
right out of their hand. They're just like looks like they're holding air. They're like, "Where'd the gun
it
go?"
scares the bejesus out of me when I see the gun catapulting over their head. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna hurt somebody. But now I think I want to go out and try it with the 12 gauge and just kind of see where
There's a place not
before
far.
I invest in my personal
There's
shooting.
a place down
skeet
Route
shooting.
5 or something in there.
I was
So
gonna say there's a place not far up my way.
Oh,
Actually,
really?
That, I think Cavalier.
or maybe
Shooting
down
Sports, maybe.
460. I see it. I feel like there's some
Yeah.
place going.
Cavalier's the one that's been recommended to me here because
Yeah.
now that I'm running in these circles, I've been asking a lot of questions.
When you going pro?
I came back, I got a neighbor who's a Green Beret, and saw him outside. I was like, "Hey, pal,
What's up, bro?
Went over there, started chatting him up
Yeah.
real quick, and he recommended Cavalier. So
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
Once I'm done saving the world over here,
I'm just not sure if I need a Browning or a Mossberg. I'll figure it out.
maybe both. I don't know.
Yeah, one on each hip.
Yeah. Mossberg's for distance, Browning's for up close stuff. You get it.
Dad, I'm over there talking. I'm like, I'm thinking over under. Side by side just seems a little inaccurate to me.
I can hear you saying all of this.
Dude,
You definitely said that.
I did say that. No, 100% I said that. Because I asked 1,000
Gotta
questions.
get a
out
pump
there.
action. Brake action's just not good. It doesn't hold enough ammo.
I'm going brake. I only want to have the option of putting 2 shots in at a time. That's why I'm going to go brake over under. That's
Okay.
kind of what I'm thinking about doing.
Yeah.
Really, it's coming down to Browning or Mossberg. I mean, that's
Yeah,
really the
yeah.
last bit of it. But that side by side shit, and I don't want to be feeding them. Like,
Nah.
what am I going to do? 5 shots? There's only 2 Skeet coming out with it. Stupid.
Yeah.
It's not for self defense. It's for sport.
But what if it was for
Yeah.
self-defense as well?
Then maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not where we are right now. I'm a sportsman.
If you
Yeah.
have it for self-defense, you put one blank in, followed by rock salt, then followed by double aught. That way, somebody comes in your house.
the
or
first
your
shot,
kids,
you don't kill
Yeah,
anybody.
you just scare the shit out of them. Second shot, they keep
Damn.
coming forward. You hit them with some rock salt. That's really gonna make them think twice. Probably blind them.
Keep coming.
Third shot,
End
it's
it.
all over.
Well, I couldn't do that. I have an over under.
Yeah, you do.
Brake barrel, dude.
I see some flaws in my argument now.
Well, now I'm starting to. Well, I didn't think about this. This is brilliant.
I always thought the best home security defense would be if you like my house upstairs, downstairs, and all the bedrooms are upstairs. If you just had a laser going across your stairs, and if somebody tripped that thing, you just heard the rack of a shotgun.
Yeah.
I feel like that would pretty much turn everybody around. They'd just be like, "I'm gonna slowly back out
Back
of here."
it out.
I mean, what if you even just had like the lasers that you see in every like Mission Impossible
Yeah.
movie? Just like have those right at your front.
Oh
door
yeah,
and
so where it
everything
just
else.
looks
Yeah,
like
it just looks like
It just
makes
puts
it-
a bead on your chest, and you're like, I do
oh,
not want to
that
go
would
in
be
there.
bad too. You have the lasers and then the one that points directly like
Yeah.
at the door. So like they come in, they're just looking like,
They're like,
"Ooh."
Psh, Todd, you have a laser on your chest. This ain't the house. This isn't the one.
Yeah, let's go. Let's find the old couple down the street.
I think I need that brake barrel though because I like the way it looks when you walk around with it.
Carrying it over
With
your
it
shoulder.
Yeah.
when it's
Or
so,
over
like,
your arm.
But then everybody knows, like
It's not
I
loaded.
felt bad because ours didn't have the brake, and so I was just walking around, and you would see dudes looking at you like,
Worrying
Where
that
you
you're,
pointing
like,
that
strafing
thing?
them. Yeah.
yeah, they're just a little more concerned.
Yeah.
But when you have it broken, it's
Yeah.
like, all right, everybody's cool here, everything's fine.
I mean, you didn't use it like a walking stick.
I did. Of course I did. I was shooting cans as I was walking along. Blow!
When you're a pro, you put
Pick up your trash.
when you're a pro, you put the butt on the ground, then you put the barrel on one of your butt cheeks. You kind of lean back and sit on it. That's what the pros do.
That does not sound right. I was there all day. I didn't see any of that action.
Well, they probably didn't have any, USA pros there. I mean,
Yeah.
oh,
only the
that's
real
a,
guys.
Is it real USA pro then?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll stick one. I'll stick that thing right in
You
my
can
ass.
you can YouTube people doing that, by the way.
I don't want to see that. That
Yeah.
sounds. I'd rather watch 15. Never mind.
I saw a guy on YouTube look down the barrel of his shotgun once and literally just blew his hat clean off his head. Lucky he didn't take his face off his head.
What kind of a schmuck?
Dude, there's people out there, man.
See, but that's why I like when you're there and you see everybody with it.
Yeah.
It's broken. You know, it's
Yep.
bent. You're in a good spot. And I was the weirdo. They all had like the caddy carts. You know what I mean? You know how,
Yeah.
like if you go to a golf course.
Oh, they
you
had
can,
like a cart to carry all their gear?
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone had
because a
the
lot
little-
of people probably have different guns, right?
Yeah.
You're like, this is a par 3, 182 yards.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
You have these ones and then you have certain ones where it's like D will fire 100
Yeah.
yards out. Like you need a long distance. So
Different chokes in them, keep the spread tighter.
yeah,
You were probably getting ready to say that.
well, not now. It's redundant now.
Sorry to step on you, dude.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm wearing a camouflage hat.
You I couldn't tell. I didn't see it there for a second. I just saw the patch.
You see, I'm a man now, Troy.
Yeah.
I'm a man now.
All the real men wear coffee company. Or
No,
Is
no,
that
this
not the coffee
no,
one?
This is another military-looking hat. Little devil's backbone,
Oh, okay.
but it definitely looks like a military hat.
I thought it was the Black Rifle coffee.
This is my persona this week.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, now I'm a badass.
Yeah. You're doing it.
I don't want it. I hate this thing.
Just the smell.
Lee has cracked the peanut butter beer from last
Where
week.
was the sitting?
It was laying in the cooler in the water, so you could have just some like chlorine.
Some funky water.
There's some chlorine stink on that. That wasn't there last week.
Yeah.
I will give you that. You may want a bukkake on the rim there.
It's too late now.
Splash a little something on there.
Pour some
Clean it
Miller
up a
Lite
little.
on it to
Yeah.
clean it up. This is interesting.
Yeah. So I'm officially all in though. This is I want this more than golf.
Yeah, it's better. It's more fun.
It really was. And I just didn't know that you could be in a casual environment like that where, I get to go to a new spot. Every time I go shooting, you're in the same place.
Yeah.
Shooting at the same stuff. This was like, all right, we're done here. Let's go walk down here. And like, ooh, new trajectories and
Yeah.
different shots. Or, oh, this one's a rabbit.
And you're outside. You're not like in a pistol range or something.
I don't like indoor
Yeah.
shooting at all. It's just, I've
That's-
done it.
And that's expensive.
Yeah, and I don't really like it that much. But outside feels right. And so even in the cold, I thought it was great. But seeing all those guys walking around with their little caddies with their guns and all their ammo, and I felt right at home. I was like, this is
Whoa.
this is great. This is good. Now there were other people who were like sitting there blind and to shoot the same skeet all day long, out, and they were like really training. I like the act of going from station
Yeah.
to station.
You
I
gonna
think that
mount?
would be more interactive and more fun.
Yeah. You gonna mount any of your trophies up above the fireplace?
There ain't nothing left.
Smithereens.
Those skeets are destroyed. You would know when you were getting to a tough one because you would see like just a pile of skeets like,
Yeah,
all in
in
the
one
same
spot.
Yeah, all in the same spot where they've all landed, and you're like, this one's not going to be easy. Like, all right, let's get after
Oh,
it.
like unbroken skeet?
Well, they break when they hit, but when
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
all
yeah.
in the same spot,
Yeah.
no one's hitting that thing. Like that's not a good sign. There was one where it has like the wooden cage around the actual barrel thing that's firing off the skeet. Somebody just blew a hole in the damn thing.
Oh, shit.
So like they were trying to get it right when it came out.
Yeah.
And just
Not
Blow!
letting this bitch get away from me.
Yeah, I was like, what kind of
It's
a
the equivalent
schmuck?
of hitting the golf ball picker upper at the range.
I guess so. Maybe that was it. Like, I got him.
Yeah, but the fucking thrower can't move
Yeah.
though. At least in the golf cart picker up,
And
you
then,
can move.
and then you're
around.
like, well, my shit's not working anymore. You shot it up, Mike. God.
Yeah. B's not firing. I wonder why. Jag off.
Can we
I
get the-
need a discount.
Can we get the greenskeeper out here? Fix this.
That was
Get
the
the
thing.
marshal out here.
There were a lot of guys who were riding around in carts with just crates of the actual clay pigeons, and they have to
Reload them.
go out there and reload them. It was like, now,
That's a dangerous game.
like that's a shit gig, man.
Yeah.
Like they're all wearing blaze orange.
Did they go out in a golf cart with a screen on it like at the range?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like
ain't
a
that
lead curtain, basically.
like that's just a little much. Like that's not a gig I would want.
No.
But they have to go out there and refill them all day
Oh,
long.
yeah.
You got to imagine it's like you got to do that in teams of two, like one guy standing at
Like
the,
Home
the shooting
Depot,
position, and
Where
then
they
one
shut the
person go
whole
out.
where they shut the whole lane down.
Yeah.
Like
something like that.
That's basically it. I
Yeah.
never got to see. I saw them going to them to
But they
refill
never
them.
closed yours while you were there.
I never saw it happen, but I
Yeah.
kept worrying about those guys. I was like, "Good luck, Tim."
As long as you don't hear any ambulances coming
Yeah.
anytime.
Wee wee wee. That first shot was eye opening. Like I'm just walking along, I'm not wearing my ear protection. Boom! I was like, "Oh, you had to wear ear protection the whole time."
Yeah.
there's guns
Doesn't
everywhere.
matter how far away they are.
Yeah, they're right here.
So you see somebody, like, I don't know if you get it in like the next door stuff around here or not, but in the city you'll have people constantly post like, "Oh, was that a gunshot I just heard?"
dude.
or whatever.
It's
and it's
nonstop.
you know, car backfiring or
Yeah.
know whatever, trash can lid getting closed.
Yeah.
It's like when you hear a gunshot, there is like no questions asked. When you hear that sound, you know exactly what it
You'll
But
hear
if you're-
fireworks around here, and they'll be like, "You hear all those gunshots?"
Yeah.
It's like,
is.
yeah, there were 112 gunshots back to back to back to back
Do
to
you know,
back.
in this economy,
Yeah.
come on.
But you think if you're in your house and one goes off, it's hard to tell. It's just a loud bang.
yeah.
If I'm outside, I can decipher.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are just.
I don't go towards gunshot. Like that's never
Yeah,
my
that's
first
exactly.
default.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was a gunshot.
I definitely heard two gunshots pop off not long ago right out here. Now I do have some fields out here, and somebody might have decided I'm going to discharge this a couple times, but it was definitely. I was like, oh shit.
That's a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, I was like, that was definitely two shots, like two quick shots. Pop, pop. I was like,
I mean,
What
where
are you
I am,
doing?
one of the houses behind me, they have like a range set up in their yard, and on Saturday mornings, you'll just hear them shooting, and
Yeah.
shooting, and shooting, and shooting. I mean, for hours on end.
I got to go
It's-
over there.
Show them what's up.
I just want to see if they're shooting a Mossy
I mean,
or a
ba-
Browning.
I mean, based on what I don't hear them hitting and how rarely I
Yeah.
hear them hit that ting, like I think you might be able to show them something.
At least on my first two shots.
Exactly.
I'll reach out to Brent this weekend and be like, "Yeah, I'm heading up to Bass Pro. What are you guys up to?"
I will. I'm down. My camo hat's already there.
Hit green top while you're up there.
I'll hit them all.
Yeah,
I'm a big shotgun guy.
yeah,
now.
you are.
Well, that's what you do. You go to the first one, you ask all the stupid questions, then you go to the other place and
Act like you know what
all
you're
the
talking
right
about.
information.
That's exactly right.
Got the scouting report already.
That's right.
Yeah, I've been looking at them all night. All kinds of random crap. But I think that's where I've narrowed it. Those two brands. Unless someone
brands.
can tell me something different.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you. You know, I'm not gonna step on your toes.
I do need to go out and shoot a 12 gauge though at those and see if I feel more
Yeah.
comfortable. Because you're gonna get a wider spray. You're gonna get a little more distance. You're gonna get more power. You're more likely to hit, I would think.
I think it's too. It's just like in golf or any other like hobby you get into. It's like, what do you actually want to use it for? If it's just for shooting skeet, then there is a segment to kind of fall
Yeah.
into. But if you do want something that's a little more versatile, where you could do hunting also, or skeet, or home defense, or whatever, like that's a different gun.
Yeah, there's a Browning out there that equally adept in the blind or on the skeet.
I was gonna say there's probably a gun out there that like whatever manufacturer like says this is the gun for skeet shooting, even though it's just good at everything else, but it like has skeet in the title
Yeah.
to like
They have
draw
one that
you.
advertises that though. and,
Yeah.
like, equally as adept in the blind or on the playing field.
Well, when
whatever
you're
it
in,
is. I
when
don't
you're
know.
when you're going
I
after
still don't know
duck,
what that's called.
The
you can go,
pitch,
yeah, you can go after duck and after skeet.
That's what I'm saying.
some
Yeah.
rabbit.
Yeah, some wabbit.
Now they jump.
They hit that little rock over there. Then they
Yeah, I need them to just
jump
run straight across.
perfectly perpendicular.
Put some blinders on a rabbit so it only runs
He
straight.
went 45 degrees and
what a
away
dick.
from me.
I was not
How am I supposed to hit that?
This is bullshit. I want my
How
money
is-
back.
How is this sport?
He didn't do what I expected.
He wasn't 15 to 20 yards from me. This was ridiculous.
That is not a regulation rabbit. Turned left. That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Everybody knows they go left to right, not right to left.
Well, I know that.
Well, in the northern hemisphere, but
Oh yeah,
down
yeah.
south they do something
it's
different.
opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how the Kiwis do it.
We should do a guys trip to the local one.
I'm totally in. Like this is.
I
my
do not
new-
have a shotgun though. There isn't lots of problem. I can find a couple though.
They rent them for like $25.
I know some guys.
I know a guy.
Me.
I'm hoping it's gonna be me. The next gun show is
You've already looked it up.
yeah, it's next month on the 25th.
Nice. Let's go
Yeah, I'm actually.
I feel like they have a gun show every month.
every month. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's just like a car show. Like They happen all the time. But the next one is next month on the 25th. And
You can buy a shotgun
there
from
you go.
Walmart, can't you? Or they finally get rid of all the guns.
I don't remember.
you can, but there's something about going to a thing like
Yeah.
that and just like looking at 1,000
Yeah.
and then being like, all right, that's the one back there
Yeah.
and go back.
Like a flea market of guns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plus, this is Virginia, man. If you're trying to get a gun and you go to a gun show,
Yeah,
it
you can
is
buy it
like-
off a dude.
Yeah, they're like, here you go. Background check. You look good. Thank
Oh,
you.
you're white? Okay, we're good.
Got-
Unfortunately.
Guys walk around gun shows with signs on their back. I'm selling this. I'm selling that.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I've never been to one.
Yeah.
I have to check this out.
Private sale.
But that's what was shocking. Like when
Take a trailer with you.
every other
I
time.
personally wouldn't want to buy a gun from someone I don't know.
It does seem. I feel like I would want it to be from a
Yeah.
retailer some way.
but aren't
Something
a lot
wrong
of,
with it? I don't
aren't
know.
a lot of these
Are there
people-
bodies on it? I don't know.
Well, can't you buy new ones there?
Yeah, you can buy new ones too, but I'm saying private sale, people.
Oh yeah, I
Good
would.
place to-
But I felt like a gun. This is my ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
I thought a gun show would be a little more secure in the sense that I could like.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
gonna
I
go
don't
get
know
a
what
new
the.
gun and
I don't know what the vetting process for sellers is for something like that.
Probably not great. You know,
In Virginia, you're free to sell to whomever you want. No questions asked.
could I bring one to sell it?
Yeah.
Upgrade. Interesting.
Trade, whatever.
Yeah, well, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. New world.
Yeah.
New world. I didn't know that you could just. All I've ever done is shot at cans, shot at targets.
We have a listener that's going to hear this and probably reach out to you with all sorts of info.
Oh, is it the tactical?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He can answer anything you need to know. He's taught me everything I know.
That sounds fantastic. Well, he's probably going to tell me go 12 gauge, you little bitch.
Yeah, something along those
I think that's
lines.
the very
Yeah.
first thing. Because I think even when we bought the ammo, the dude grabbed all the 12 gauge. We were like, no, 20. And he was like, oh, sorry, I just.
I didn't see
assumed."
any
Just
kids
assumed you were
around
a
here.
man.
Yeah, I
You
just-
got a kid around here? I didn't see a kid with you guys.
I mean, there's a chance that guy stopped listening as soon as he said that we were shooting 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah, we don't sell a lot of that. There you go.
And-
They're buy
and-
one, get one over here.
And here's the training bra that comes with this. You just wouldn't mind to wear that and stuff the shells right in there.
You got to put this little flag on your hat so everybody knows you're in training.
Like on the golf course with a handicap flag.
Yeah,
on the car.
exactly.
we got specialty 20 gauge shell holders here. Sir, that's a bra. Well, yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Tomato, tomato.
Well, then let me get the double D. I need a lot of ammo. You guys are funny.
That was. Sounds fun though. Let's do it.
No, I'm all in. It's my new favorite sport.
Yeah.
But we can go back to my first favorite sport, delis.
Binge drinking.
Yes, I'm gonna go get a deli because we haven't tried. Oh wait, okay. Can we get your take on the
I don't like this.
polarizing?
I told you.
Polarizing.
Yeah, so this is that Rusty Rail Brewing Fool's Gold Imperial Peanut Butter Hefeweizen.
Yes.
In retrospect, that might have been a half point high on my.
It was really, you were right. It is a polarizing.
Yeah.
Like you two loved it, and I was like, and I even said, I go, odds are Lee will come in here and he'll take it down because I do believe this is a 50-50 shot every time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What did you end up giving it, a 3?
2.5.
No, 2.5.
Yeah, I'm between a 2 and a 2.5 on this.
Wow,
I-
even lower.
Yeah.
This
Do you not
I-
like peanut butter?
No, I do, but this
Okay.
tastes like peanuts rather than like peanut butter. And I
Do
know
you-
there's not like there's a weird distinction there.
Do you taste the
I
banana
know,
on
I know,
there?
I know. No banana. Or maybe that is kind of like a little bit of what I'm getting there. It's just it doesn't taste good. There's a strange mouthfeel. There's a strange like aftertaste to it that I don't know, man. That's not for me.
Well, it's
And I-
not
and I
a
like-
deli, so that's good.
Yeah, and I do like the Choosy Mother you mentioned.
Yeah,
I do
yeah.
like that. So there's some other peanut butter porters and stouts and things like that.
Well,
that
it's
I
so
do
rare
like,
we get a
but-
peanut butter, so it's good to actually, get one every now and then.
So this
Yeah.
week we've got a peanut butter beer.
Wait,
This is the peanut butter. This is the left-handed brewing. Now,
All
I
right.
think they make one of the finest stouts out there. That left-handed milk stout is phenomenal, and we have tried these.
why is that a right hand on the?
That should be the. It's if you put your if you made
If
a
you're looking at it,
stand.
your hand. But if that's a palm, then that's a right hand. This MFer right here, this better be good. This has a peanut butter cup on the label.
No doubt.
Like,
so this is
you are laying it out there.
Left-Handed Brewing has come out with a peanut butter milk stout nitro.
It says flip your bottle.
Oh, crap. Flip my bottle.
I'd already cracked mine open a little, so.
Well, that's probably how the nitro gets going.
Yeah. That's what it says on the top.
Flip your bottle. Damn it. And
well,
then it
you
says-
can still do it, right?
I just did. I put my thumb on it and flipped it.
I don't
God,
read the rules.
It smells peanut buttery and chocolatey.
Oh, what the? Huh. Okay. Two peanut butters in a row.
This,
You know what that tastes like, man? That tastes like a Reese's peanut butter
Yeah.
cup.
says activate your nitrogen, pour hard to release the nitro magic.
Yeah, because these nitro. No, so the funny
So
thing.
you're basically supposed to pour this out.
Yeah, the funny thing about the left-handed milk stout is I actually far preferred the original to the nitro when I've tried them back to back. But I didn't see this in a non-nitro version, or I would have gone that route.
I thought we usually like nitros.
I
Don't
do-
You and
I
I
do.
like nitros because they're so smooth.
I do, but for some reason on the left-handed milk stout, I preferred the regular. I think I liked the effervescence.
Interesting.
But this one's super soft. Like it is nitroed out.
Yeah, that is smooth and creamy.
It smells
It's
delicious.
super creamy.
I just got a taste of the foam and it was delicious.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Man, that's a weird beer. That is really falling into that peanut butter cup.
Yeah, that's the closest one I've had that like you said tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup. There's the one that's
That's a dessert beer.
6.2 ABV. I don't know if you said that or not.
I haven't said anything outside of what?
yeah.
Where did you find this? Can you get it locally?
Oh yeah.
Is
So
this
left-handed has
lucky?
left-handed has distribution everywhere. So it shouldn't be hard to find if you choose.
I feel like
to
I've
find
never
it.
seen it.
But I hadn't seen it before today. So I think this is new to the market. The left-handed milk stout.
The one thing
peanut
about
butter.
the one thing I find different about the labeling, it says peanut butter milk stout nitro, and it's got the Reese's peanut butter cup on it. Or shall I say peanut butter cup? It's not a Reese's peanut butter cup. It's not
Avi.
branded, but there's chocolate in here, right?
Well,
But none of it says chocolate.
the left-handed milk stout already has a chocolatey flavor naturally. So I think that's why they were like, let's just put peanut butter in it because we already have the chocolate.
They do have a little note on the side here. Super smooth, peanut buttery bliss with notes of milk chocolate.
Well, that's what Troy said.
Yeah.
He didn't even read it.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying it's not on the main label.
I know. I'm saying you picked up on that.
Yeah.
We can at least say their advertising's not lying. Their
Yeah.
marketing is correct. That tastes like chocolate and peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Should say peanut butter cup milk stout nitro, not just peanut butter.
I'm torn on this beer though. I have a hard time with these peanut butter beers. I can never. It's so hard to get right.
I will say that, yeah. It's a very distinct flavor, and I think everybody wants it to be a Reese's peanut butter cup. And unless you are nailing that, anything else is going to feel cheap or an imitation of it. But
This is pretty close.
This beer's showed me one thing. I was wrong last week
This is better.
to give that a 4.
yeah.
Like that's
What, I'm wondering how you're going to walk last week back right now.
when I'm wrong, I'm saying I'm wrong, and I was wrong. Like I definitely like last week, but this kicks the shit out of last week's beer.
I can tell you this much. I didn't really like that. This is better than that.
yeah.
So if I gave that a 2.5, then I'm already kind of locked into it.
Well, if I gave that beer last week a 4,
You got to give this a 7
yeah,
out of 5.
Yeah, I'm glad I went low on last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck here. So, again, though, peanut butter to me is a very difficult flavor because it's not something I can drink a lot of.
I was just getting ready to say, how many of these could you drink in one sitting?
Oh, this one.
Yeah. This is a dessert
I could have
beer.
more than one of these.
The problem
I
with
bet if you poured this over some ice cream and did like a little float with this.
Ooh, that'd be a dance.
Yeah.
I'd be into that.
This isn't too peanut buttery to me, though.
I don't think it's too peanut butter,
just
but
think all
it's a
the
matter of like
It's rich.
Yeah, and what time of day, night, year, whatever are you sitting down and having more than one of these?
Tonight.
I tell you, the more I drink it, the more I like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
I mean, it's going down.
But that is that's a niche beer. Like if I'm saying like across the board, like an everyday drinking beer, I can't give this a good score because I couldn't drink it all the time.
That's most microbrews. But this is
This is such a niche
This is a
flavor.
niche of niche beers.
Yeah.
Like,
flavor. And I think that's the more important thing to say. The flavor of it is very.
I think what I will give it right out the box, that milk stout they do is so good.
yeah, it's a
That-
good base.
That base is perfect for this. Like it's an excellent stout. The peanut butter is where I have to decide if it takes it down a peg or puts it up a peg, and that's where I'm not quite settled on that. I have the same problem with blueberry beers. I've never found a blueberry beer
It's all artificial.
that I like. Yeah. And it breaks my heart because I'm a blueberry guy. Like I love blueberries, but I can't find a blueberry beer that's good. And I've tried, man. I have tried every blueberry beer I come across. I go, I'll try it, and then I always walk away like, never again.
Yeah, I had one particularly bad experience with Sweetwater 420 Blue or whatever the one that they have is.
I know the one.
And I was like, I don't ever need a blueberry flavored beer again.
I'll
Turned
tell
you
you
off
what.
of
And
all of
this
them?
is like a decade ago at this point.
You know what the funny thing is? That Sweetwater Blue may be my favorite of the blueberry beers.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't like it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, they just can't get it right.
Yeah.
Someone's got to get it right.
Yeah. I think I would rather have like and I say that, and I think the Veiled has some that have like blueberry purees in them in some of their beers that they put out in the summertime. And I think that works, but somehow I need it to be like lighter or
mean
less
like-
blueberry flavor.
like
or like
Actual chunk of blueberry, like
I mean,
in
it's pureed so fine that you don't get like chunks of it.
it's
But,
been
but
fil-
when it's
the
in the
chunks have
glass,
been filtered out.
yeah. Well, as
screened
you
out or
drink the
something?
glass, there's definitely residue.
Oh,
left
wow.
on
You know
the
what they
glass.
need to get right is now that seltzers are popular, can somebody make a blueberry seltzer? Because that would
There
probably
are some. I think
It
someone
doesn't truly
makes.
have like a
somebody makes one. I'm
mixed
sure it's
berry
trash
or something or another.
I'm sure it's
mixed
trash.
berry. I don't
Yeah.
want mixed. No,
You
I
just
want,
want straight blueberry.
I want a single barrel.
Whenever you see mixed berry or berry, it means it doesn't even know what it is.
You
It's
know
like,
yeah.
what flavor is that? Like,
Well, Pop Tarts makes a wild berry
Yeah.
one. That's the best fucking one they have.
oh, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
not strawberry. It's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
blueberry.
It's whatever was left, man.
It's like we mushed
Yeah.
them all together and
Yeah.
ta-da.
Got something magenta colored, and here you go.
Yeah.
I was somewhere the other day had a Pop-Tart dispenser. Like
Dude.
it literally, like they're stacked. You know how like you see like napkin dispensers
Yeah.
where they're stacked up and you
And you
pull it
pull
out
the
of the
bottom?
bottom.
So you just got like the little 2-pack.
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
just pull Pop-Tarts and they had
Nice.
2 different
That's
flavors
dope.
and they would you could just walk up and grab a Pop-Tart and I was like, that's fantastic. Like
You need to install one at the house. Just
Like,
like
that's
right
exactly
at the
how
front door. On your way
Pop-Tarts-
out, you grab the 2 and you keep on moving.
that's how it should be done. Like I don't remember where I was when I saw it, but I remember stopping in my tracks and going, now that is how you dispense a Pop-Tart right there.
Now I haven't had a Pop-Tart and I can't tell you how long, but I feel like everybody's always like the toaster strudel Pop-Tart argument. Everybody takes toaster strudel, but I feel like Pop-Tart overall should win that argument, right?
No.
No?
I like the flakiness of a toaster strudel.
Done right, toasted perfectly, and then you get to do your own little like design
I
icing.
bet they sell more
It's a nice
Pop-Tarts.
I would
If-
bet that they would.
Oh, you
Just
mean
because
like
they
if
have
I
so many
looked at
different flavors.
if I looked
too.
at sales numbers?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that makes perfect sense. I mean, McDonald's sells more burgers than anyone else. Doesn't make it the best. It just makes it.
Does it? Does it not?
I mean, depending on how you run the numbers, yes, you could argue
the
that it's
best
the
at
best
selling
burger.
As a marketing guy, you can tell me
Yes,
it is.
you give me the numbers, I'll tell you the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, exactly. Which way do you want the story to go?
Yeah, that's
Which
exactly
fork
right.
in the road do you want me to take? I can go either way.
Yeah, there's always
Yeah.
a number that'll point
Yeah.
to it. McDonald's makes the best burger ever. It's undeniable.
Yeah.
They sell more than anybody else.
The end. What are we even talking about?
Yeah. Or let's talk about flavor here.
Yeah.
You know, the McDonald's is not the best burger ever. I can spin it however you want.
Now, the one knock on this thing is called left hand, and I hate all things left-handed.
I notice you're holding it in your right
Yeah.
hand there.
Who is left? No, I'm just kidding. I feel like that's a stew argument.
Marketing is trash. I have 2 hands, not just one.
It's sign of insanity.
Gosh.
I'm gonna jump right in.
Go for it.
I'm gonna jump right in. So, the stout base on this is perfect. Very good vehicle to deliver the peanut butter. The more I get into it, though, I had gone up, and now I'm coming back. I'm coming back down. I'm going to give it a 3, only because it's a perfect example of what a peanut butter beer should be. But I can't go higher than that because something about the way the peanut butter is sitting in my mouth, I'm noticing that it's staying with me, and I don't necessarily like that. But I like that the chocolate in here.
Peanut butter stays with you though. That's the problem with peanut butter. Like you can't eat peanut butter without you
Knowing
being like,
it's there.
Yeah.
I gotta
Ask your
wash them
dog.
out.
No, so I'll go 3 because just based on the fact that I went 2.5 on the Fool's Gold Rusty Rail last week for peanut butter beer.
You're saying this is only a half point better than that?
No, I'm saying
That's
I
ridiculous.
gave that Fool's Gold too many points.
Okay.
But I have to go up. This is a 3. I can't give it a 3.5 because I can only drink the 1. If you put me in just the box where I was saying peanut butter stouts, this is a top 3 peanut butter stout I've ever had. So I would give it that. I almost wish, though, they had it in the non-nitro so that there was a little more effervescence to kind of mix it up instead of being so soft. But I'm going to go 3. I don't think I'm dogging it. I'm not.
That sounds low to me.
Well, I anticipate this
I think-
is going to go higher.
I think that that's a fair number given the not being able to drink or not wanting to drink more than one of them. It's such a very specific time
Yeah.
and place. Like in my mind, I'm picturing you're sitting out by a fire pit on a cold night. Maybe it's snowing even. Like I don't know. I don't think about summertime at all, but very specifically cold weather.
100%. You pour this in a glass while I'm sitting outside by a fire pit. I'm going to go, this is a 4.
And you're going to drink more than one in that scenario, I think.
Yes. I just have to
But
look
if
at
that's
it.
the case, then Miller Lite and Coors Light and Bud Light is a
17s.
Yeah, because I want to drink 12 of them at a time.
No, I just
This is
think
the McDonald's argument
think-
we circle back around
I
to.
think because it's a little sweet, even though I like the way the chocolate is more cocoa than chocolate. Like it's almost like when you eat a dark chocolate and it kind of like dries out
Yeah.
your
This
mouth.
is the
instead
end of a hot chocolate. After you let
Yeah.
it sit
Yeah.
for a little too long, it's all settled down there, and you just get like the chocolate and milk.
But I just don't think that I'm a huge peanut butter in my beer fan is my problem. The stout.
that's what it's
stop
coming back to.
buying
Yeah.
them.
You don't like peanut butter beer.
I like that Choosy Mother that Isley does here.
Yeah.
Here it's a local beer, so I can't really. But that would be a step up.
Have you had the Sweet Baby Jesus one too?
I think that one's overrated.
I enjoy that, but I think this is
I think this is
better
better.
than
Yeah.
Sweet
Yeah.
Baby
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But Sweet Baby Jesus, oh boy, see this was if you put me in the box,
Yeah.
this is a 4. This is a
Yeah.
very good peanut butter stout
This is the best of the ones that we.
of the readily available
Yeah.
ones you can get because the Dew Claw Sweet Baby Jesus, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's just too much, even though it's pretty good.
Isn't that like an 8 or 9% too?
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy.
Whereas this comes down a peg. You guys
Yeah.
are talking me into going up, but I'm gonna hold.
That's
I'm
what
gonna,
I'm trying to do.
I'm gonna hold firm. Damn it! I'm gonna try. I think it's a 3. But if you're a stout guy and you do enjoy peanut butter, this is a very good example.
If you like peanut butter, chocolate, milk, stout, nitros, you're gonna love this beer.
There, Wicked Weed. Every winter they'll come out with a little 4-pack, and they call them Guilty Pleasures, and they do like a s'mores stout, and then they'll do a peanut butter stout and all that.
That cannot be good coming from them, right?
They're-
Isn't all their stuff
They're great though.
funky? Isn't that the whole point? Like everything they do is Wicked Weed style. Like,
But
so do I want a stout with Wicked Weed flavoring in it?
they don't do any of that bullshit.
Okay.
They really make a good stout, and then they dial it in. And I think
Because every Wicked Weed I've ever had has been skunked out.
no, but their stouts aren't. They truly embrace the
Okay.
maltiness of a stout, and they go that route. And those are excellent. And I think those would compete with this. I'd be interested to see how that does against this. Man, this beer is good. I'm staying at 3.
Stay at yours, and I'll go next because I want to make Troy be the decider here.
Here we
yeah.
go. He's going up.
Yeah, this is a 4. I think this is very good. First sip was I immediately got that Reese's peanut butter flavor.
Yeah.
It's smooth,
I love that you
it's
came
creamy.
from that turn.
I know, and that's the thing. Maybe I'm biased based on having that shit and getting to come to this, but yeah, smooth, creamy, chocolatey. It's just the right chocolate too. Like I mentioned, that
Chocolate's perfect.
That end of the hot chocolate is like the favorite part. Like it's just concentrated in flavor.
It's funny because it tastes like real peanut butter and real chocolate.
Yeah.
It's not peanut butter flavoring.
Yeah.
And no, it probably is all these things,
Yeah.
but it tastes like real peanut butter and real chocolate.
It's the chocolate that saves it.
And
for
I
me.
mentioned when I had the other one, the Rusty Rail one, I said it tastes like peanuts rather than peanut butter. And I think the difference is like the creaminess that I get here.
Yeah.
The Rusty Rail one tasted like I had a mouthful
Yeah.
of peanuts. Like you just got like that salty rather than the good creamy nature of it.
keep it under 15.
Yeah.
Under
so yeah,
15,
I'll,
what am I missing?
yeah. How many nuts do you have?
Listen to the first 7 minutes.
So yeah, I'll do a 4 for this. I think this is.
So right now we are at a 3.5. Troy, this is a critical juncture in the
Well,
deli game.
I've already told you this beer. This beer's gonna.
You gave that piece of shit a 4.
Well,
Sorry. I mean, you liked that beer. I shouldn't call it a
no,
piece of shit.
this
but
beer's gonna change things up because I said it earlier. This beer has proven how wrong I was last week. Like
I agree.
that.
I would like for you to take a sip of that.
I
and
don't
then
want
do a
that.
sip of
I'm out of this, and I don't want that funk in my mouth again.
That's
Yeah,
a
I just
good-
did. I just had a sip of that and went.
Actually,
back
I'll
to
do it. I'll have a sip of it again.
Have as much as you'd like.
You're not gonna finish this?
that was not a great. It's going to really show you the difference between the two beers.
Wow, that's a huge drop off. I have to run last week's back. We have to change that. Like,
And you guys were looking at me like I was crazy last week, and I was like,
believe you wouldn't give this back higher.
"Yeah," and I was like,
2.5. That's bullshit.
I was
"All right,
wrong.
We'll
I
bring
was wrong.
someone else in, and we'll really check." But I just didn't think it was that great.
I might take that down to a 3.
Good,
I mean, that was bad.
good.
That was not good. So if you listened last week, I apologize. Do not try that.
Don't worry, I did everyone a favor, and I took it down enough to keep it out
You
of the
did.
keep it out of the deli world. I didn't want that shit floating
If I had
around.
come in here and had you given it a 3.5 or something to keep it up above, and I came in and had that, I'd be like, nah, y'all got COVID. I'm not doing this.
This
shit.
is
Like,
why we
yeah.
have multiple people drink every beer
Yeah.
because you cannot have one person's opinion.
Yeah.
So back to this week's beer.
Yeah, the left-handed nitro.
Being that last week I gave it a 4, I was immediately like, I have to go 4.5 for this week's because it's at least it's more than half a point better than that beer. I'm still think you're wrong on that. Like,
I'm just
but anyway,
tamping down expectations over here. That's why I went first.
I kind of want to give this a 4.5. Actually, I have to give it a 4.5 because
Whoa!
if I said 4 for last week's, I got to go higher. Even
Wow.
let's say I changed last week's to 3.
Yeah.
Can I move this to 4? Just a 4?
Yeah, I think
All right.
I think if you are realistically and honestly admitting your sins from last week,
I'm here to ask for forgiveness and admit my wrongdoing and
Yeah.
ask to be forgiven
Yeah.
for lying to the listeners last week. I would like to make my 4 to a 3 and prove that I was wrong and
Yeah.
make this an actual 4 here this week.
Okay, so we've got a 4, a 4,
yeah,
and a 3.
3.
yeah.
Now, before we ring that bell, Stu just walked in the door. I'm going to have him crack this. And I want to see what Stu thinks because now this thing is currently sitting at a deli, and then he just walked in the door. It's another peanut butter stout, Stu. I'm interested to, or this is another peanut butter beer. I wanted to see if we could find something even better.
Right now we're sitting at 3.6666.
I like last week's better.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Would you like to taste last week's compared to it?
Yeah.
This is very interesting. We just thrust him into it. Like he walked in, you were getting ready to ring the bell.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Yeah, I don't like the nitro part.
Wow.
oh, he didn't turn it over.
Oh, that's
Hey,
true.
put your thumb on the top and turn it over.
Give
That
it a
should
second.
fix
Give
it.
it a second.
That should fix everything.
Yeah, for the
He's
record,
still gonna hate it.
I know.
for the record, I never did turn mine over, and I still thought it was good.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's see where we go. Stu, we'll give you a moment
Okay.
with it because I don't want to rush you into having to to do a deli.
Did you try last week's again?
And he liked it.
Yeah.
Now it's all making
Is
sense.
the nitro creamiest that you just don't like?
No, I think this is smoother, creamier than this.
Oh, my.
Now it's all making sense because Stu usually doesn't like. It was weird last week that Stu and I were on the same level because
Yeah,
Stu is usually more into sweeter
Yeah.
things.
So what you missed was Troy has recanted his score from last week based on
After,
this
after
week.
drinking this week's, I liked way better than last week's. And you don't feel the same way.
No, but I do have to say this is crisp. It's light.
This week's.
This week's. This nitro peanut butter milk stout from
Left
Left
Hand
Hand
Brewing.
Brewing. I mean, it's
Give it what you want. There is no
yeah,
wrong
yeah.
answer.
yeah. No. I mean, I like the. I mean, they're kind of going off of like a Reese's peanut butter cup there
Yep.
on the cover.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's
kind of cool. I mean, it looks good. It's Left Hand Brewing.
Yeah, this is where he
No,
gets
you're
upset.
drinking it with the wrong
Yeah,
hand.
that's why it tastes weird. It's in
Yeah.
your right hand. Science.
I just feel for a peanut butter, like I'm getting a lot more. I guess it's more the milk, which is cutting the flavor profile.
By the way, you
Okay,
know, when you're, when
okay.
you're
So
telling
like
people
Continue.
the
stories,
lactose or
here's
whatever
a
is
good
in it
idea.
is making
Have
the.
a
I don't think I'm getting
Oh,
as much.
Stu's not a
peanut butter.
lactose guy either.
Yep.
It's probably not good for him to drink that.
So
Anybody else want to talk on the mic? Get this shit stick out of here.
yeah,
He's going to be on the toilet all night.
maybe
Objection! Hearsay!
I'll go 3.
So you're going 3.
Yeah, because I'll give the marketing up.
Oh,
a half
righty
point.
then.
All right, so you bring this week's to a 3. That's still. We're still. I
It
don't
just
know,
didn't
man.
That's still teeter-tottering on the
It didn't get the deli then.
no.
He took it down.
He gave it your level.
Oh, I
You
know.
suck!
You guys.
Oh
you
yeah,
guys ruined
last
this.
week's is so much better.
Oh, Stu, no, no,
Cannot co-sign on that one.
no, I can't either.
Oh man.
That's
I think. I mean, it's
no,
It's something-
no one liked last week's better. All right, it's not a deli. Not a deli.
That's a heartbreaker. I was excited it was going to go up. I was like, it's worth it. You gave it a 4.
Yep.
You gave it a 3.5, which you're regretting.
No, I gave
now.
it a 4.
No, he did give it a 4.
Oh, so a 4, a 4.
Or a 3 and a 3. We're sitting at 3.5.
Oh, literally.
That's so brutal
Just,
right now.
just hanging there. We were ringing the bell.
We were almost there.
Troy had a hand on it, right?
I did.
To get
I
here
thought
for a
for
reason.
sure he was gonna.
You just had a feeling. You were like, something's calling me.
Maybe.
I thought it was safe
I
because
don't
he was
know.
gonna 3.5 it.
Yeah, I was so sure.
I thought for sure. I was like, it's not a big deal. I'll tell him to grab one before he comes in.
Yeah.
I
Surely this
almost-
won't sink the ship.
I almost wish I hadn't, but I agree with him. It's a 3. It's
Not a
heartbreaking.
3.
I understand.
You're
I
way
could,
off.
I could easily have gone 3.5, and I was right. I was kind of vacillating between the two.
So
You and your Skeet
I think
shooting
for
ways.
me the biggest thing is that if last week's wasn't available to taste test directly against,
Oh no!
maybe I could have gone somewhere. But when I put those two side by side, it's definitely last week's over this one.
No.
That's
it's funny
funny.
because the three of us were like side by side. We thought last week's was even worse.
Yeah, I did not like.
That's
the-
why
the
we have
mozzarella
Stu.
one
Stu's
from
the
last
outlier.
I mean,
But that's right. That's right.
So this is this is the Heffy and this is the stout.
Yeah,
And
But the stout's perfect on that beer.
yeah, I'm just saying that's the difference.
not if
for
you're
me.
Stu.
There you go.
Yeah,
Well, let's talk about other bad ideas.
How about a monkey on an airplane?
Is that a real thing?
Yes, that happened. I forgot to tell you guys about that.
I will literally.
Is this a personal
stop
story?
What I was
Yeah.
going to talk about.
okay.
So, flying back from Houston, we had a 5 o'clock flight out of Houston going
The
to
last
Atlanta.
thing you do is apologize
And,
for your monkey.
We got the
5 a.m.
5 p.m.
You don't have
5 p.m.
headphones on, so you
and
didn't.
then
even
I'm
get to-
working, so I don't know. It's okay.
Oh, I was just dropping my dad. He made a monkey comment.
So, 5 o'clock flight out of Houston in the evening, and Aaron and I got there a little early, and we're doing a little day drinking, but we're fine. I get on the plane, and all I really want to do is just
He has to throw that in because otherwise we'll never believe there was a monkey on a plane.
Yeah.
Because the
my girlfriend and I.
I saw a monkey.
How
you
much
know,
had you drink? 17 vodka sodas.
This definitely goes along with first world problems because we were first class, the first row on the right.
This
So,
son of a
Humble brag.
bitch. No,
Just saying.
doubt.
I'm vacationing in Houston, flying first class in the first. I've never flown anywhere first class in my life.
Oh, you
it's
haven't?
a game changer.
No,
Dude.
poor.
No, it is the best. So I've never purchased it, but I've been upgraded because I used to fly so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I've oftentimes been on a flight and they're like, "Sorry, sir, we're gonna have to move you to first class." Oh shucks. And
I would take it for an upgrade. I would never pay for it. It's like 10 times more than a plane ticket.
But once you do it, like, all right, here's how I look at it: the length of the flight
It's
determines
the same.
determines how worth it
no
is.
matter
though.
where you sit.
I'm just saying, if you're flying to Atlanta, there's no point. Right?
Yeah.
because it's a hour long
Flying
flight.
to California.
But yeah, if you got to sit on a plane for 8 hours, first class makes a big difference.
I'm sure.
It's
It's also
So
10 times more expensive.
I mean, well,
sure, the upgrade's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
The upgrade's what you're looking
Well, I'll never fly that much, so I'll never get the upgrade.
for. Man, I have a story that I literally cannot tell. After this episode,
Let's get back to
There we
Stu
go.
flying first
Counterpoint.
class again.
What if you did?
Tell the story?
Yes.
That's a good counter.
I want to hear.
Lawyered.
I want to hear. I want to hear Stu's story.
Objection! Hearsay!
So we're sitting there,
In
and
first
we're the
class.
first ones to get on. We sit first row, first two seats, and about halfway through the loading of the airplane, the stewardess starts to go back and starts checking everybody, and starts closing up bins and things like that, the overhead.
Okay.
And we're a few minutes from taking off. The stewardess comes back to the front and says, I went back there and checked, because when you're sitting right there, you can hear everything that the stewardesses are talking about.
Yeah.
So she goes back there and she said, I went back there. And there's a lady's got a cage, and I asked if it was a cat
like a
or a
crate?
dog or something. It's a little handheld crate that's maybe a little bit bigger than a shoebox, and it's got mesh breathing.
Yeah.
And she asked if it was a cat or dog, and the guys like the lady stewardess was like, she's got a monkey in there. She's got 2 monkeys in
In
there.
a shoebox?
These were so now management's coming back down the thing.
Yeah, because we've
They're-
all seen Outbreak.
Right.
How has she gotten to this point without anyone knowing she has
So,
a freaking monkey with
Here's
her?
the kicker: is they bring her back out to the terminal. She talks to management.
Is this holding the flight up?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
and so
Oh, it's
she
a
talks to
service
management.
monkey.
Well, at
And
least
then-
she's sitting in first class. They're getting us drinks just while they're waiting
Yeah,
at the gate.
we're doing
That's
fine.
right. That's the dream.
So she apparently goes back out the walkway, gets back to the terminal. 2 minutes later, she comes back and goes to her seat. Then about 5 minutes later, the pilot and the stewardess have a conversation. The guy from management at the terminal have a conversation. We're looking up on Google saying, who can you take on a plane?
They're
And-
Googling it. They're the authority.
Well,
No, he said we.
we,
oh, they are.
Yeah, we
I was
are. We're
like-
Googling
I
it.
was like,
Look
hold
at-
on,
and
management's out
so-
there Googling, can you fly with monkeys on United?
Yeah. Delta has done away with all emotional support animals. The only thing that can fly on the plane is a cat or a dog. And if you do anything that's outside of that, you got to have special permission and all this written.
So, like actual
Right.
service animals.
Right.
What the
But-
whole rule was made
But
for.
she has the regulation shoebox.
Yeah, she's got the little carry. It's like something you'd see a chihuahua in.
Yeah, yeah,
with a
yeah.
lady carry. Well, anyways,
got fucking attack monkeys in there.
The-
Gonna fucking
Yeah.
go nut.
they don't
nuts
have
on
any
your
emotional
ass.
Rip through that
support
mesh in
animals.
no
Yeah,
time.
hell yeah.
This monkey's been trained to open emergency doors. That's not a good thing.
But this is the kicker. The lady got on her Delta flight. This was her connecting flight. She got on the flight in New Mexico.
But it's
Got
it's
to
oh,
Houston
She's
and
on
was
flight
flying
number 2 right now.
she's on
Here
the
comes the
connecting
argument. Well, I've already flown from there to
flight.
here.
Right. So finally,
I'm willing to hear her argument on that
Hey,
one. though. That's
that's a
messed
valid
up.
argument.
Like
So
you
the-
can't get me to Sheboygan and now tell me you got to get off. I left Palm Springs and I'm going to New York
Yeah.
and now I'm in Sheboygan.
But this sends off a whole nother thoughts for Aaron and I is that, well, one, they ended up taking her off the flight. She didn't get on the flight. Some lucky
Did they leave the
bastard-
monkeys?
The monkeys stayed.
Yeah, the monkey stayed in
Some
the
lucky
seat.
guy who's sitting standby finally got on a full plane because she's kicked off with the monkeys. But here's the kicker.
Ma'am, this seat smells like monkey urine.
Yeah. The kicker is that she was already on the flight, and then we started talking, and then the stewardess started talking. Well, who the fuck got that through the X-ray machine and didn't see the skeletons?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everything has to get scanned.
That's why
And-
that's why you're never really safe on a plane. I mean, people want to get shit on the plane.
Yeah.
Shit
It
gets
looks
on
to
the
me
plane.
like 2 monkeys fucking a football. That can't be right. Moving on.
So,
Oh, those are stuffed monkeys I got from the San Diego
Yeah,
Zoo.
that
Don't-
can't be
yeah.
real.
But then
The real life light.
and then on top of that, the first world problem is I'm sitting right there. I'm tired. I want to close my eyes. I don't want to watch a program or anything. It's a 2-hour flight, and these two stewardesses just cannot shut up about this fucking monkey. This is the biggest thing that's
That's the
happened to their
best.
life, and there's no. I'm like, finally, I'm like, oh, just give me another drink.
How delayed was the flight?
About 15 minutes from the time we were supposed to push back. But I mean, they made it up in the air. But it was just, it's like they were.
I have no desire to fly anywhere right now. Like, it sounds so awful.
Well, just bring your support monkey. Yeah. You'll be able to cut through
Which
all.
one?
I like to bring both.
And on the second time she walked by, I got a good look, and these things were like tiny. Like,
Yeah.
just long tail, little
Were they, you
tiny.
think they were like baby monkeys or?
She said what they were. I couldn't remember. I was just like, this is
Capuchin.
a whole bunch of distraction. But I was
I'll
like,
give you that.
Yeah.
sneaking monkeys on
Spider
board.
monkeys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild. And like you said, she got on one flight.
Right. Like, I made it this far.
Yeah.
Can we just let me end instead of having me stuck?
TSA doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
What a pain in the ass. You got that far, and now you get hung up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're stupid monkeys. To your point, they got through security. Like,
Yeah.
that's the hurdle. The hurdle's been cleared. And, like, at that point, yeah, it's a dog.
Yeah.
It's a chihuahua.
Yeah.
Like, they're not looking. She didn't look in the box. She just asked, what is it?
I
Now's the time to lie.
I guess I didn't.
Scorpions. I mean, a dog.
Hey,
No, but
hey, monkeys. Hey, guys. Hold really still. Don't move when we're going through the X-ray.
And pause on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The last thing you do is apologize for your monkey.
there was one guy that was behind us like 2 rows, and he just blurted out. He's like, I've seen snakes on a plane.
Oh, my.
In first
There was-
class.
I saw. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, Stu, that was interesting. I will give you that.
That was the first for a lot of people. Monkeys causing delay.
It was the first flight for the monkeys that they made. It was the second flight
Yeah.
they didn't make. They got first time they've been kicked off.
Poor
I'm just
monkeys.
curious if she's like giving them Benadryl or knocking them out so they're not going or crazy or how they just.
Yeah,
laying
wouldn't they
there
be
still.
shrieking and shit?
So, mentioning snakes on a plane, I just saw an article the other day on
An
February
actual
11th.
snake
yeah.
in the plane. I saw
and,
that.
An Air Asia flight was diverted after passengers spotted a snake on their plane, just crawling around up in the fucking light.
Dude,
in the
I'd be
top.
so mad. I'd be like, keep the plane going to where I want to go. Somebody kill that snake and let's keep going.
Yeah.
If you can get to the snake.
Yeah.
Good news. I've got 2 monkeys that are trained to kill snakes.
2 snake killing monkeys right here.
Yeah. That's,
Dang.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum, go.
Attack.
Damn, Stu.
that's
All right.
a wild experience.
All right, so I did want to talk about something.
Oh no.
No, this is you've all seen. You're familiar with the half lift, the Carolina squat on trucks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What?
It's illegal in Carolina.
Yes.
Oh, the
Now it is.
where the
Yeah.
ass end sits in the front. Is,
so basically,
Well, they're trying
you
to
have
ban
to.
it in
You
Virginia
get a
now.
lowering kit on the back.
Yeah.
So you slam the back,
it's stupid looking.
and then
as
you
shit.
raise the front up, so it looks like you've got, a ton of bricks in the back
Yeah,
of your
yeah,
truck.
yeah.
It's essentially the look.
It's
you're
called
going.
the Carolina lift.
They call it the
Carolina
Carolina squat.
Okay.
It's also referred to as the Cali lean. Carolina
I
squat.
thought it was.
Load in your pants.
I thought it was the. I'm too broke to buy a full fucking lift.
That's
so
what
I just did the
yeah.
front.
Yeah.
So actually, it originated by people who would race off road in the desert, because when you come launching off of a dune, you don't want to bottom out on the front. So they would intentionally lift the front of their Baja trucks, but not lift the rear, because if the rear goes in the sand, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I figured that you'd want the rear sitting a little bit lower, get better traction.
Exactly.
All that
So
stuff.
you keep the
I don't buy that at all.
but that's how it originated.
Yeah, but Baja trucks aren't built like that.
no,
and
but I'm
also,
saying,
Baja trucks aren't meant to be on the fucking road
Yes.
24/7.
yes. So
You want travel,
Yeah.
and if the ass end is already bottomed out,
But
that
so
does
you
no
didn't
good.
you wouldn't bottom out your ass. What you would do on some of these Baja trucks was just elevate the front a few inches.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah,
actually
you'd-
squat the back.
Yeah, if you see them going down the road, they're actually just a tad kick, just at
The
a level
ones I've
playing
seen look
field.
like. Well, you said you put a lift
Lower.
on the front and you
Carolina-
lowered
the
the
tra-
back.
yeah,
the
the
Carolina
Carolina squat
squat.
ones are. I mean, they said. I mean,
Yeah.
not 45 degrees
that's
by
the
any means. but
that's the look. You want to
Yeah.
have your ass close to
You
the
don't
ground,
want to see the
the front up.
road in front of you.
But
Exactly.
this did originate with Baja trucks, because some people would say, you know what, as I'm coming over the dune, I'll raise the front up. That way I don't, my bumper
It's
doesn't
about
hit.
as dumb as the street cars you see where the wheels are cambered in.
Oh. Dude, that
Stance.
blows my mind.
Yeah.
That's a little stance. You got a little stance.
Yeah, because I like
Toe
spending
in,
money
toe
on
out.
toes,
Yeah.
on wheels all the fucking time.
Yeah, just eating up tires.
As a Miata guy,
Oh, God. We get it. You cut hair
All
on the
4
side.
of yours are towed in.
stance has its place. That's neither here nor there. We're arguing about the schmucks with Carolina.
We're looking down on the other drivers.
Yeah.
The Carolina squad. Well, that's where it
South or
originated.
north?
It originated over there, right, in California, West Coast thing. And then people started seeing it, and they were like, ooh, I kind of like that look. And then it became its own thing thanks to social media, where people in the South started raising the front, lowering the back to create this really exaggerated look. And that's
Yeah.
why it became the Carolina squad. Funny thing is, to Stu's point, it's outlawed in North Carolina. It actually, you can't even do it anymore. And the
Let
reason,
me guess. Let me guess why it's outlawed. Someone died.
well, so just this.
That's usually when most laws come
so the
from.
problem is when you squat it up and you have your hood sticking up. Now your
Yeah.
hood is higher than your field of vision.
Yeah.
So you can't actually see what's going on in front of you very well.
Yeah, oh, my. That's really aggressive. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's what the Carolina. Yeah, that's a
Oh,
big
you
squat.
see it all the time. It
It's
is
like a
hor- yeah,
15-degree
that's-
angle.
Yeah. This particular picture is exaggerated, yes.
But so this is the problem. You can't see. And now it's horrible for your car.
Yes.
Really not
Probably for your back.
good for the car.
everything.
It's not good for anyone sitting in the car. But it's
Especially when your fuel pump's up front.
It's probably really bad for your big gulp.
keep the tank. Yeah, it's tough on your big gulp.
You're
Yeah.
like, I can only go 60% full on this big gulp.
I went from diabetes to pre-diabetes ever since I Carolina squatted the truck because I can't drink my drink.
I lose 40% of my Budweiser.
My
every time.
spitter's 50% full. I better get a new one.
It's spilling everywhere.
So basically, the Carolina squad is pro health.
It's pro
Yeah.
health.
Yeah.
Pro health.
Saving lives.
But so I've always
Just
thought
of
one
the
it was,
truck
drivers.
at a time.
Yeah.
Just of the drivers.
Yeah.
but now that it's starting to get outlawed more places, and just here in Virginia now, the other day we had somebody come up over a hill in a squatted truck. They couldn't see anything going on the other side, and just slammed into a car and killed
Like
killed a dad.
traffic or something.
Killed
Stop
a dad
car.
and his
Well,
kid.
no, they crossed over the center line.
Oh.
But he couldn't see the center line.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
When you're coming up a hill, you couldn't see. And he crossed over the center line into the other lane.
Well, and it could be a lot of different things. It could be somebody crossing the street, the
anything.
center line,
Or
or
you said the
stop
car could be
vehicles.
stopped,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. So there's a lot of reasons, but so now Virginia's trying.
It's a lot of reasons. Well, there's reasons vehicles don't come from the freaking stock like that. You know, like you don't get one.
Not something we tend to do.
Yeah, from the dealer.
Yeah, and then think about this: at night, your lights are pointing up.
Oh yeah,
That's a whole other problem.
yeah.
So
How's
they-
it? Yeah, how's it pass inspection?
Well,
Because when you get your car inspected, they check the angle of the headlights.
I think you strap about 4 pallets of bricks to the front, squat it down, go in for inspection. Got it, take them off, and shoot back up. But so now Virginia is actually looking to outlaw it. We had 70,000 signatures on a petition just this past week, where we're actively trying to outlaw.
I
the
guarantee if
Carolina
I see
squat.
someone with a vehicle like that guy, I don't
Have you
like.
never seen it down the road?
I've definitely seen it.
And that
Okay.
guy has a huge dick, right?
Oh, for real.
Like, you just assume-
Massive penis.
I assume that's like he just throws it into the bed
Yeah,
of the truck.
and
and
that's
what's
why
holding
it's
it
what-
down.
yeah.
It makes more sense because otherwise you just throw it and it's just kind of all here in front of you
Yeah.
like you're like in a space station. It's just
Flapping
everywhere.
out of the sunroof.
But if you could get yourself at a 45-degree angle, you throw it, it immediately goes to the back,
yeah.
which is super helpful. Trust me.
What a dumb. What a bunch of idiots to do that to your vehicle.
But at the same time, I'm one who's like, if you're not hurting anybody, but then I'm.
But
seeing
you
the
are.
argument, you are now, right?
I mean, I think there's an obvious safety hazard to this, and it's one of the things. Like, yes, I knew that North Carolina had banned this. I was unaware until this week, reading that particular news article about this,
Yeah.
that Virginia hadn't already banned this. I don't understand that. If you're a state
so
trooper
how
or
do you-
whatever driving down the road, how are you not just pulling this person over for the fact that they can't see the road?
But couldn't I do like a little Carolina squat, like a 2-inch lift on the front?
I think you could get away with something like that. Yeah.
Well, I was talking
So
to
now
some
they're gonna have
state
to look at-
troopers a while ago, and they were saying this. They were from out Southwest Virginia, and they were talking about there. I guess there's a code somewhere in the laws where like they stroke tickets for a lot of tickets for exhaust because I guess there's a code somewhere that says you've like modifications aren't allowed in the Commonwealth of Virginia. You can't really modify your car in a lot of ways, and
What?
I'm like, aren't all car like don't most not most people, don't a lot of people modify their cars in some way?
I think the letter of the law is probably a whole lot more strict than what you see being enforced.
Every car I own has been modified in some way.
Yeah.
Some mild, like it's a little exhaust change on one car.
Yeah.
Full supercharger on another.
Beer can holding
ground
the exhaust
effects.
together on the 4Runner.
Yeah.
4Runner's been lifted. I mean, technically that's a modification.
Purple
but
pool cue on the stick shift, pool ball.
That's a blue 4. But I mean,
the 4 is blue. Everybody knows that.
Look, you see what you see.
Yeah.
I see a blue 4 for 4Runner. It's cool. That was a cool choice.
That was cool.
And it's blue.
I do love that for you.
For me, it's fantastic. Again, y'all get in my car and have to see
love
purple.
I do love that you swear it's blue, and I believe you. But there's no blue in your vehicle at all. So even if it was a beautiful shade of blue, like there's
denim
no
in
like
my car.
Yeah,
blue.
there's
Everything's
the dongs
gray.
wrong hanging from the rear view
No, I
mirror.
redid my whole console in denim. My center console is all denim.
Oh yeah,
That's
true.
faded the fuck
I
out.
haven't seen that.
Well, yeah, it's because it's my favorite. It was my favorite pair of jeans. I didn't want to throw it out. I put denim on everything.
You
We've
wanted,
covered
you wanted
this.
to carry it with you forever. See?
Denim on my coolers. No, I like denim
Yeah.
and a blue
And camo.
blue shifter to match. Well, I'm a gun guy.
Yeah.
Big skeet shooter.
Yeah, but if you were gonna like Lee was talking about, like if you were to enforce that to the letter of law,
Oh,
like
yeah.
geez, man, it's
I mean,
like
there's a lot of things that, like
I mean,
that.
Yeah.
straight pipes are illegal in Virginia.
Yeah, absolutely. There's tons. I mean, there's
Yeah,
tons
it's
of
a bigger problem in Northern Virginia than here because there they have exhaust mandates. Here you get away with the straight pipe.
well now everybody's gonna get them because they're stealing catalytic converters left and right.
Dude,
That is
a
great.
lot.
Yeah,
Was it the copper inside?
I don't know.
there's
There's
some
metal.
metal in it.
or
that
No,
is-
it's is it titanium that's in them?
maybe
think
there's
it's
something.
titanium.
There's some precious metal in it.
Aluminum.
No, I think it's
Aluminium.
literally like titanium. I think.
Yeah, but anyway, there's been a bad stretch.
Could it
through
be?
the
Yeah.
city.
Could it be platinum?
Could be any precious metal.
Yeah, I
don't
feel
know.
like we could look it up probably.
Wow, I can't.
Doesn't matter.
My
We're getting
hand.
sold.
Rhodium, platinum, and palladium.
There it is, platinum. Nailed it. Second try.
Checks out.
Thank you, fact checker.
Hey Scott, where'd you get
We were so
47
lost without
catalytic
you.
converters
Yeah.
since yesterday when you were here with 28?
Well, my buddy used to work at a scrapyard around town, and he would have certain customers that would come in like clockwork every Friday morning or Thursday morning or whatever, and he would be like, "Where did you get all of these manhole
Yeah.
tops?" It's like, there's one
Manholes
guy.
are us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like I don't understand.
I feel like
you
I
never
heard-
flagged them for this stuff. Like,
I feel like I heard there was a law once that it's illegal for like homeless people to go around and take aluminum cans and stuff out of recycling bins that are like posted out for pickup, which is kind of like I'm like
I feel
that's- I feel like that's kind of dirty. Like
I mean, in a state where you had like a refund program where you could,
which we do.
Virginia doesn't have a
We
refund
do?
program
Yeah,
for that.
you can take
You can take it to a scrapyard.
Yeah.
But you can't. So I'm saying like.
Oh, you're talking about,
New
like,
York
Michigan,
and Maine, Michigan,
yeah.
like all those you see on like 5 cents on the can or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I say when a refund program. So Virginia just recycles.
Yeah.
Like, you could take it to a scrapyard, sure, fill up, trash bags and go.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you were in a state that had a mandate for like the refund program,
Yeah.
it would make sense to be illegal.
Yeah.
But here where we don't have that, I mean.
Let
Yeah,
the
let
homeless
people
people
take
It's
go.
going to end up getting recycled regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but the state's not getting the money for it. That's
Right.
where the problem
Yeah.
comes in.
Yeah, I suppose.
Because, I mean, if you planned it out, you lived in the city, if you lived in the fan and you knew they came down this street on Tuesday and this street on Wednesday, and you
Yeah.
just gathered up 20 pounds of
Yeah.
2 big bags a day and you got $10 a
I
day.
remember,
Like,
a couple years back, there was a big run on light pole posts because there were a lot of aluminum in them.
oh,
There
the-
was people were like running into them, trying to
Yeah.
take them and
So-
recycle them.
As somebody who basically collected
Steals light
all
bulbs.
of the aluminum cans of beer that I drank in over the course of like 6 or 7 years at my house, like we had big trash cans.
oh, I
would
used to do
crush
it
them
too.
and fill
Yeah.
up, crush and fill it up. And we finally did take them to a scrapyard, and we got like $40 for
Yeah.
like 6 or 7
6 years?
yeah, for like tons.
Well,
of
so
aluminum cans.
aluminum-
But it's such a fine, like bare bones price for what you get per
Well,
pound.
but and it flexes
Yeah,
because when
exactly.
I've done it for years. I used to do it, and I would literally collect for a full year and get like 20 pounds,
Yeah.
and I get like $13. And I'm like,
But
that's not
But you
bad.
take a 5-gallon bucket of copper in, and you're getting
Yeah.
$100.
But then, like, the last time I did it, I collected for like a year and took 2 bags in and got like $7.
Yeah.
It gone from like 60 cents a pound to
Right.
like 30 cents. And I'm like, this ain't worth my time to drive over here for $7.
Yeah.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. I filled up like the commercial size trash cans, like and filled those. I would crush the cans, so I mean it was full.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this is pretty heavy. I'll get some money for this.
I'm gonna give a plug for a local kid that he'll never know that I even know what he's up to. I'm gonna give a plug for a local kid. There's this kid at the high school just around the way from here, and he has a website called Recycled, like recycled but without the E, like Recycled. And he does that. He takes cans and he gets them down to like the pure aluminum, and then he'll take old crap from like the junkyard and like take electronics, melt them down, get the copper, get all the stuff, and he's making jewelry out of it.
Interesting.
Where he's actually making like bangled jewelry.
He has like a
for
smelter
chicks.
where he's like a forge where he can like melt them down.
This kid's a junior over here at this high school.
Damn.
And he's been making this stuff, and it started a couple years ago, like right at the beginning of the pandemic. He had done it for his like 8th grade science project. Like that he could smelt down and get precious metals out of stuff, and he proved it. And then the pandemic hit, and he's like, well, I got nowhere to go. What the hell do I do with this?
Yeah.
So he started making jewelry and like earrings and,
Nice.
and different things.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And he's selling them. So
It's
I'm
like
gonna
all
give
the
it to
neighborhood
your
moms are like crushing.
yeah. So
them.
I got a buddy who has some kids in high school, and they're like all wearing this like smelted down like jewelry. I'm like, what's this? I clearly own a necklace now. So because God forbid I'm not wearing the same thing that every kid in the local high school is wearing. You know what I mean?
Hey, fellow
How do you
youth.
do, fellow kids?
Yeah, that's exactly right. In fact, I go
See
to
you in
my
fifth
gym.
period.
I go to my gym.
See at the sock hop.
There's a time right around like
Is Shalice gonna be there?
like 3. Shut the fuck up. There's a time around 3:30 where like all the high school kids come into the gym.
Who's the
Yeah.
creeper watching them?
And you
I'm
playing your time around
Right on
that
time.
Well, I've never, but I like part of me's like, I should wear it. I could totally be in with all these like these awesome football dudes.
They'll be like, bruh, sweet necklace.
No, because I'm afraid that as soon as they see me wearing it, they'll be like,
Well, that's just
that
not cool anymore.
recycle shit sucks.
Yeah, don't ruin that.
So I
kid's
don't want to
business.
ruin
Yeah,
his
yeah.
spot. But I will put it out there, like to the listener. I mean, that's
Buy
what
your
this
kids
kid's
some of
doing.
this stuff is what you're saying.
No, so I've actually been trying to tell. I'm like, girls, you should like. I'll get you these like, because some of his copper stuff is really good looking like stuff. And I'm like, I'll get you this if you want it. And they're like, well, why would you want that? I was like, because when you show up as a freshman, there's going to be people that are seniors that are going to know what you're wearing.
Yeah.
It just might be the thing. But then, do I want them to be cool with the seniors? I don't know. I don't know. I'm torn.
To Lee's point about the cans, I just looked it up. 1,000 pull tabs. So a pound of aluminum is either 1,000 pull tabs or 34 cans.
Okay.
So that's a lot of just to get a pound.
Yeah. So
I don't think that's a
And
pound.
isn't the pull tab supposed to be the part that's the most aluminum?
Well,
in the
no,
can?
that's what they're saying. It's
so
denser, but yeah, they're saying
So a
34
lot of-
cans or 1,000 pull tabs equals 1 pound.
which is interesting because you have some organizations like I know around here Ronald McDonald House collects the pull tabs.
they give you 10 cents a tab or something.
No, I don't think they do that.
No, yeah, it's as a fundraiser. Like,
okay,
like
sure,
not
sure.
if for you, but like if you donate the tabs and then they give you 10 cents a tab for not they don't give you it, but
Gotcha,
the
gotcha.
10 cent goes to a charity.
Somebody
Gotcha.
sponsor.
So the part of the reason that places collect this instead of the actual can is because this is a whole lot smaller and easier for them to
Yeah.
manage. Whereas dealing with the size, I mean, even if you crush a can down, you're still dealing
Yeah.
with a significant size change.
Well, and it smells
Yeah.
like beer.
yeah.
Have you seen? I haven't tried it yet. Have you taken an unopened can, spun the tab around, and cracked it to where it just leaves the hole in the center for a straw?
No, I feel like I've done it
hole
with, like
in
a
the
Coke
center
can.
for a
No,
straw?
if you turn
The
the
tab
tab
around
so
and
it's
then
try and
over your
pull-
existing hole, it's supposed to hold your
Yeah,
straw
you don't-
straight up.
Yeah,
and
you
down.
don't pop it. You pop it and then spin it. Or,
I know that part. I'm saying I've seen. There was a video of a guy turn the thing around unopened and pulling it up the other way. Just had a center hole.
It's one of those life hacks nobody needs.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
know
not
what I
drinking
mean?
it through a straw.
Like thanks to TikTok, everyone thinks they've got
Yeah.
a hack. I saw something the other day where someone was like, you can recycle all your old soap. You just stick it all together." I'm like, yeah, that's not a fucking hack.
Yeah.
I forever take the little sliver of soap and I
put
stick
it on the new one.
and then I just stack it on the new one and
Yeah.
go. And they're like, "You can make full bars of soap." It was like, "You're disgusting."
So I need to collect 40 little ones, or just.
But this isn't a life
that?
hack.
Yeah.
This is common sense. Life hacks and common sense are getting too close to each other.
You ever see? You're on Reddit a lot.
Yeah.
The subreddit DIY.
You said that way too quickly.
Oh yeah, the DIWHY.
DWHY.
Yeah, I love DIY.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of crap. A lot of these pro tips I'm seeing, I'm like, that's just.
I
common
saw
sense.
one yesterday where they took like 2 boards and put them in a vise together and then cross nailed them. And it was like
Cool.
The title was like or wood glue. Like, why would you take 2 boards and then run 8 nails through each side of it to get to stay together?
You're not doing
I did
much.
see one on there where the guy locked his keys in the car, and he took 7 like 2-foot strips of duct tape on like right in a row on the window, and they kind of pulled them together in like a handle, wrapped some tape around there, and then cross taped those, and just pulled the
whole window down
to get like literally just muscled the window down,
and then ruin whatever mechanism.
Yeah, basically. But he got his
what
keys.
the
He was like, "Well, that's one way to pull the window down."
Yes.
I triple dog
I don't
dare
know.
ya.
Or you could take your skateboard and smash the window out, and there you go.
Yeah. Either way, you're
And we're
breaking
just
it.
wrecking shop. Like, who cares?
It's like if you don't have time for locksmith, and the guy put all his duct tape on there, pulled it.
That just
No, I've locked my keys in my car, but I have this roll of duct tape.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, randomly. Yeah. I get in my trunk, I can't get in my car.
What's the thing? Like where you take the like a spark plug and you throw that at the glass, like that
Oh,
will
yeah.
shatter it basically. And it's like,
If
all right,
you-
yeah,
at the
carry around
tip of it.
a
Yeah,
spark
yeah.
plug. Like that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
you put it between your fingers, I guess, and you
Yeah.
can hit it and it'll shatter.
But what's the?
It's just the ceramic will
I
break.
understand,
Yeah.
but like,
But yeah, now you got to be carrying around a spark plug all the time.
Let
I
me
do
pop the
have-
hood and take the spark plug out to break
So now
it.
you need a wrench to get the
Yeah,
spark
exactly.
plug out.
I do have the glove box of both my cars, and I gave one to my daughter, the little orange hammer that
yeah,
has
the
the
window
cut.
breaker.
Well, it has the cut for the seatbelt,
Yeah.
and then the
A
little
lot
tip.
of good in your glove box
Yeah.
when you fucking
you're
wreck your
locked
car.
outside.
Well, I'm like,
No,
well,
he's talking about if you need to get out of your car, like
Well, you know,
if you go in the water.
the vast majority of people that
If you're locked in upside down in a seatbelt, you can't reach your glove box.
well,
you know, the majority of people who are found in their car dead though, their seatbelt's still on, like when
Yeah.
they're in the water, because you panic.
Yeah.
You never occurs to you.
You're like trying to get the door and the window, and you're not like
you're not
getting
just
unbuckled.
step
first.
1,
Yeah.
unbuckle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Step 2,
why I-
address the situation.
Step 1, regain consciousness.
I just hold on to the
Fact.
seatbelt while I drive.
There you go. You just wrap it around your neck twice. That way it's never buckled.
That is so smart.
Life hacks. Or another one, don't crash.
Life hack.
I have a scuba tank in my back seat.
Life hack: don't drive into water.
Yeah, my dad, being a firefighter, he always had this like leather pouch sitting on his dash right in the corner of the windshield that had the belt cutter and the window
Yeah.
punch and all that stuff.
My uncle swore by that stuff because he lived in
Yeah.
Florida. He's always driving over canals. He was always like, "You got to have one of these," because his fear was that he was going to end up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never came into play.
But if you don't have it,
Yeah.
It'll come into play.
it would have happened 18 times.
Yeah, it'll come into play. I'm in a
Need
canal.
something to beat the gators away when you get out of the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, you like finally break the glass and swim out. You're like, I'm alive. And the gator just grabs you up, does the death roll. That's the best. All right, good run. Glad I had that.
Hey man, he survived that car crash.
Right, yeah.
Did you watch that Don't Look Up movie?
No, dude, I have no desire to see it.
Did you watch it?
It looks
Dude.
awful.
It's so bad.
I
Damn
don't
if
want to
Netflix isn't pushing it down my throat, though. It's like, you'll like this.
It's just
it's
so-
a favorite. I'm
it-
like,
I just
no.
liked the very last scene that reminded me of like
Yeah.
I won't ruin it because it will kind of. But the very last scene, like death by mock walk. I don't even know what that is.
I will plug Netflix documentary Fall Down about the Boeing air crashes from 2018. That's
Yeah,
a
dude,
great
that's on my
hour and a
to
half.
watch list.
That's a great
That's
documentary.
that's that plane they released that
They decided to
malfunctioned.
not train the pilots.
That's the Max.
They-
I don't know, what is the Max
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boeing.
Speaking of documentaries, I
documentary.
watched the one on the.
Von Dutch.
I did watch that one.
Good hat.
I watched the one on the Taiwan soccer team. It's on Discovery
the
Plus.
cave divers one.
Yeah, it's called
Dude.
The Rescue. It's one of the best documentaries I've ever seen,
Oh,
dude.
that's where they went down in where they
Some,
were
Yeah.
the,
some of the articles I've read. I mean, first off, like, I find like a fascination reading articles about people doing like deep sea diving.
Yeah,
like,
oh yeah.
Like free diving,
Mouth to
scuba
mouth.
diving,
Yeah.
mouth to mouth, also like all sorts of things. There's
You
one
missed that
particular
segment.
article.
You have to go back and check out the first 7 minutes.
I have to rewind.
And there's one particular article I read a couple years ago about that cave rescue, and it is like heart beating out of your chest
dude.
while you're reading an article
Yeah.
about this thing. It's like, and you know how it ends. Like
Dude,
we
the
all know how-
documentary is even better. Like
Do they
have so
follow
much-
those people after the fact? Because I'm really concerned with mentally where those people are.
which people? The
like
kids?
or
The kids that were in there all that time.
I think
in
they're
that thing.
fine.
Really?
Dude, so here's the
It was
crazy
only
thing.
like 14 days.
Yeah, it ended up being like 16 or 18.
They don't
but
like elevators or confined spaces, but they're good.
Yeah, they're doing great, but
they'll
hey,
never step in a cave again.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like, is that a walk-in closet? I'm not even going in there.
don't say spelunk.
The craziest part about that is like I kind of followed it, not really.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Olympics were going on at the time, and the craziest thing was that happens right. They get trapped, so they get the Taiwan Navy SEALs to go in, and they're like, "Holy shit, we are badasses, but we do not know how to handle this."
Yeah.
So there's some like European cave diver who's like
specialty cave
he
people.
just does it on the side. He's like, you need to get these two dudes. They do this as a hobby. One's like a retired firefighter, and one's like something else. So they fly these guys from England, and they're like, hey, save all of us. And they're like, it's literally like Armageddon, where like they just piece together. They're like, well, you gotta get so and so from Australia, and you gotta get so and so from here. They're like, they're all amateur cave divers, and they're like, all right, we need your help, and they're just like, all right, I guess we got to do it. I mean, it's crazy.
I'm getting chills hearing you talking about it because I'm
That
now
just makes me
remembering
nervous. Like, I'm
parts of
getting
the
nervous.
article that I read.
Yeah.
And it is. And they get to there, and again, these are the world's best cave diving people, which is such a strange concept. You
And
think of
they're-
caves
they're not
on land,
yeah.
no water. Like, these aren't splunkers, like you said.
Yeah.
These are deep-sea divers, but on land,
Yeah.
dealing with this. And they talk about some of the passages that they go
Oh,
through
yeah.
where they have to take off their air
Tank,
tanks and
yeah.
drag them behind
Yeah.
them. And it's like, how
Yeah,
are
I don't
you-
like
And
that.
it's like
What?
2.5, 3 hours one
Yes.
way to
Yes.
when they found them, and
Yeah.
then they're like, they found some on their first dive in. They came up and saw some people. Are like, we found them. They're like, no, these were other dudes who had also gotten trapped in the looking for the kids. So these were adults, and to get them out, they had to go like 40 seconds underwater.
Mm-hmm.
The dudes were like flailing, losing their shit. So when they found the kids 2-3 hours in, they're like, these
How are
kids
we
are
gonna
going to
get them
die.
out?
We
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
we can't just put a regulator in their mouth and say, hold,
Yeah.
breathe underwater for
Yeah.
3 hours and swim. So he calls his Australian buddy who's a doctor, and he's like, let's is there any way we could sedate these kids? And he's like, there's no way in hell. He's like, they will instantly die. He's like, they're interviewing a doctor. Doctor's like, I could talk for an hour on the amount of ways they will die by sedating them.
But how did they get them out?
They end up sedating them.
They take the divers in there, they
Yeah.
jab them in the arm, and
They-
they are dragging basically a lifeless body
Yeah.
through the caves.
They just shoot
And
them in
then
the leg
they
with,
talk-
with medicine. They
Dude,
get to a breathing
let me
spot.
just
They
watch
shoot
it.
them
Let
again.
me just watch it.
It's
I-
awesome,
I am-
dude.
It's insane. And again, I haven't seen that yet. I'm glad
It's
to
awesome,
know that
dude.
that's out there, but I'll
What's
have
it called?
to find that.
The
article.
Rescue. It's on Disney Plus.
Oh,
It's
so
awesome.
they're not dogs, right?
What?
I'm just if it's Disney Plus, the kids will make it, dogs will not. I just want to make sure
No
it's not
dogs.
dogs.
No dogs.
I'm just running numbers
Yeah,
in my
yeah,
head
yeah.
before I watch it. Disney will kill a dog quick.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Or parents.
Parents in general. Yeah, were any of them parents?
Yeah.
Grandparents.
No, they were just
Still
kids.
bothers me.
Okay, I think we got a fighting chance. I'm willing to watch it.
Yeah.
It's
No,
awesome.
again,
Disney will kill your dog and your folks fast.
Yeah.
reading the article about it is wild because, like you said, it's just people from all over
I-
the world.
it's
who
one
are
of the
just
best
like,
I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Docs.
I'll have to check that
All right,
out.
I need to check this out.
Yeah.
I'll check this out. Probably not tonight.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find that article and send it to you because the article is fantastic. Also,
Whew.
it's
I'm
stressing
not going
me
to
out
watch
right
it because
now.
I'm supposed to do a little scuba diving in a few days.
You'll be fine. You're on the wide open
Yeah.
ocean. You'll be all right.
There could be a little bit of a cenote or two involved.
You'll be fine.
Sweet Jesus, what's he talking about?
I don't know what that means, but
I'm
cave,
over under brake barrel, dude. That's what I'm doing.
I mean, cave diving just sounds insane to me.
Yeah, that's
Not-
the
not
thing.
my thing.
You got to be a different person.
Oh,
to
yeah.
do that shit. And then that's where like they find the guy, and he's like, "Oh, you need these other guys
Oh, yeah.
also."
Yeah, and all these guys are even like, yeah, I'm not really athletic, and wasn't really popular in school, and I get in the cave, and I'm just really mellow, and I feel like
you let
I'm
your
at
heart
home.
rate go down,
And then they're like, then when it comes to like, we got to do this job, they're like, I got to inject these kids and put them under and put a mask on them and drag their lifeless body.
I don't understand this whole hobby. The risk reward.
Oh yeah.
Like what
It's
high
also-
is waiting for you?
It's also one of the things you don't like. I mean, there's caves all over the world, but it's specifically here. You've been to like Luray Caverns, right? In
Yeah,
Virginia.
sure.
It's like, okay, take that, go 1,000 feet in the ground,
Yeah.
and there's all these different levels and passages. Some of them are full of water. Some of them are dry, and it's like you're going from dry to wet to dry to wet, dry to wet as you go down and up, and like you're going down the cave, and then you're also coming back up. It is like
They got
the
trapped
complexes of
because
these things are
the
unreal.
cave's open to like exploration up until like mid-July, and then the monsoon season starts, and they were in there like mid-June.
yeah, the flood happened.
But the monsoon came early,
Yeah.
and then like the whole time they're trying to get them out. Where they're working at the front of the cave's flooding, they're
Yeah.
pumping water out,
Yeah.
and it's just like they're working in mud. They're working against the elements the whole time as
umbrellas.
You know
And-
what?
and then you don't think about this. The water's flowing through the cave, so like
It's
when
a
they're
river
diving,
underground.
so
Yeah.
like they're going.
Oh yeah, so
against
it's constantly
currents.
flowing down.
Yeah.
Oh fuck me, no, I want
Yeah.
no part of this.
It's unreal.
Yeah. So like everybody's scared of drowning.
Yep.
Most everyone's scared of being is claustrophobic in some level.
Yep.
And it's like, congrats, you're underwater for 2 miles in tight spaces.
And it's
That's a
probably
big nope.
probably not the warmest of waters either.
Oh no, it's cold.
Stu's like, and my nipples.
I got a little.
Forget jabbing the kids with a sedative.
But it's cold. It's cold water.
Just imagine you're just an average Joe, and you do this on the side as for fun,
Well,
and
they
then
talk
they're
about
like, rescue all these kids, please.
Yeah, they talk about it, the guys that they get from like England because
Yeah.
apparently like England has all of these caves
Yeah.
and all these like under like subterranean caverns for this stuff.
What do you
And it's
do?
like-
I drink and I cave dive.
That's a story. Like, yeah, the SEALs called me. They couldn't figure
Yeah.
shit out. I came in.
and it's
Me and my
bonkers, like you
buddies.
said. They were like, "Oh yeah, we're gung ho. We'll figure this out."
Yeah.
Nope, can't do it. Gotta
Nope.
go find the
You
crew.
got to call that used car salesman who does this for
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's that type of people.
That's the guy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Boy.
Check it out.
Yeah, I've been trying to shut it down for 20 minutes, but the cave diving's
is-
got me all sweaty.
Dude, this is such a cool story though. And this is how long
Oh,
ago
I
was
can't-
that? Like 6 years ago?
2018.
Olympics, last Olympics,
Thought it
so
was around
maybe
2018.
4
Okay,
years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, that adds up then. My math's
Yeah.
good.
I'll check it out later.
I'm sure you will.
Do the kids have any pet monkeys?
The last thing you do is apologize for your monkey.
Why didn't they
I
send
never get to
Why
use
did
that
they
drop.
send a monkey to go to get the people out? They're smaller.
Yes. Yes.
Why didn't they do that?
And those monkeys are support monkeys, so when they get there, they really calm them down.
Yeah. They just like pop out of the water and they just start
Except
screaming.
after 14 days, those fucking kids rip those monkeys apart and start eating them.
Meat.
Oh, shit.
Next level.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and... Can I close this? Can I shut
Yeah,
this down?
shut it down.
Oh, thank goodness. Because we're an hour and 47 minutes into this.
Yeah, I got to pee too.
Yeah, me too. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. This is always fun. I've definitely had a lot of fun tonight.
It's been
I don't know why.
just monkeying around.
Just very good, Stu. Very good.
That's why we have them here, folks.
If you haven't had a chance to send us some topics, we'd love to have them. If you could lay off all the bukkake and penis talk, that'd be a good start. But beggars can't be choosers, and here we are begging. So send them on in to InsideThePalletHouse@gmail.com. You can always find us on Instagram or Facebook. I think it's on Inside the Pallet House podcast page. Shouldn't be too
Yep.
hard. Come on, find us, people. Find us. Reach out. Oh, Troy has given me the old loop-to-loop.
Let's
Troy,
go.
where's the Venmo?
Venmo at Inside the Pallet House.
There you go. If you need a mortgage, rates are going up. Now's the time. Head over to Screen Door Mortgage. They will take care of you. Jimmy will do his best to make what is a difficult process pretty damn seamless and get you the best rates while he's at it, too. Matters more than ever. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Peace out.
That was a pretty good podcast, don't you think?
That man has got to
That was a
go.
little early.
Dude, yeah, man has got to pee.